Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Sam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of the A-listers, Habibis. We are back. Episode 114. We're here. You got me. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. I'm just watching Egypt, Zimbabwe in the background. Probably could have done a watching, but I had to run A-listers because we didn't run it last week. Regardless, love to every single one of you. Please get the likes up early. Subscribe to the channel. Vater is on his way. I don't know where Jay is. I'm calling him. I hope he makes it for the show. But anyway, how are you guys doing first and foremost? You guys good?
Yeah, man. All blessed, man. You all good, Hussam? Yeah. I need to pull up this
Great.
game as well myself. Actually, need to turn it on.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, we're all good. Play 161 as your world champions. Up the Chelsea. Smash the likes. Play the video. Already know you
World
got.
champion of what? The United States?
I don't want to say it like because people say I'm rattled, but it's such a set-8 phrase. Oh my goodness. World champions of what? And you reference a country. Fucking hell.
I can't lie to you though, the Americans are wrong for that. You can't be saying the NBA champions are the
everything is world champion here. The football, they'll say, oh yeah, the world champions.
The Warriors won the world championship. No, they haven't. They won the National Basketball Association. It's like, but the thing is, it's just an American concept because obviously, like, the Warriors didn't win the Euro League, did they? Like, it just
literally says the National Basketball Association. Yeah. National. How you're a world champion and it's national.
Oh, God bless their hearts, man.
It's like winning the Premier League and saying, "Oh, we're champions of Europe," and it's the English Premier League.
Say I think they say the same thing for hockey as well. Like they say they're world champions, and you're like, dude,
they probably are the best team NBA. The best basketball team in the world. But set it up, run it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you say the all-stars that go to the Olympics are the world champions, I can actually agree with that because they go to the Olympics and play other countries, and so it's country versus country, you know. And if you win the gold medal there, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to start off with Chelsea first. Hello, brother Lou. Oh, damn, Jay turned up. I'm very proud of you, Jay. Hi, Jay. Thank you for turning up. Lewis, Chelsea. Draw away at Newcastle. Talk to the people.
I have a lot of varying feelings coming out of this game. Mainly because I do get it's St. James's Park. You get a point away from there. That's not necessarily the end of the world. But we started horribly, put ourselves on the back foot. Did exactly what we shouldn't do against Newcastle away and give them an early goal, let the crowd get up. And then we just shat ourselves in typical Chelsea fashion. After conceding a goal in a big match. That whole first half was just Chelsea being second best. Robert Sanchez kept us in the game, fair play to him. But it wouldn't have been wrong if we were like 3 goals down by half-time, for example. The problem is, though,
Robert Sanchez kept us in the game, fair play to him. Fair enough, Lewis, you giving credit?
Bro, I've got to a point with Sanchez where, yo, I'm not complaining about you. I feel relatively, calm. The passing don't piss me off. There might be the odd one, but I feel like if I get annoyed about it, I'm reaching because he's developed so much better in terms of his distribution and his decision-making is a lot better. And the shot stopping, the cross-claiming, that's all been parts of his game. So I've got no complaints about it.
I actually checked this post-game, and this is actually a true stat. Newcastle did have 7 big chances created, so obviously Sanchez had a good game. I probably the most impressive save was the one where he scissor-kicked it, where he was jumping and it just kicked, he scissor-kicked it with his... Was that the Harvey Barnes header first half? Remember when he dove
It might have
across?
been that. I remember another shot from the edge of the box.
No, I think it was actually the goal.
Yeah,
I think it was actually the goal they
Oh
scored.
yeah, that was
But he
right
made an
before the
amazing
goal.
save.
Actually,
Just-
yeah,
because then he dropped
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Voltamada.
Yeah.
he scissor kicked it
Yeah,
from
so-
Altamada. Yep, that was the one. That was the one.
But yeah, first off, like we were fucking awful. We gave the ball away cheaply. Wesley Fofana, you guys know I've said he's our best centre back, and I will maintain it. But we have to be objective. You're making too many key mistakes right now. And I'm gonna need you to like work on that a little bit because I think he like, especially in this game in the weekend, he started too rash. Like he kept trying to go front foot, and Newcastle started taking advantage of it because he was giving the ball away cheaply and also leaving the defense exposed afterwards. And you could see how that led to the first goal that we conceded. We started to grow into it a little bit more. Like Caicedo started poorly like everybody else, but from about 15, 20 minutes in, couldn't complain about his performance. Yet again, the best midfielder on the pitch. But in spite of the first half, I still think we could have won that game just based on the second half. And like we were so frustrating with the final third actions. Garnacho especially. Neto weren't great either. We were like refusing to pass the ball to Cole Palmer.
Hold on. Sorry, just on you going, like I do think Tonali was better than him at the weekend. Like you're saying the best midfielder.
Tonali was.
I think Tonali was Tonali played better than him at the weekend.
Wait, what?
I'm not going to
Definitely just Tonali. Like as in,
Lewis,
like,
after every show, are they always going after Caicedo? After every show, there's a midfielder comparison.
He said Caicedo was the best player on the pitch.
It wasn't even me, Vater.
I didn't say you.
I'm like, no, he
I
wasn't.
didn't say you.
No, but it's usually me. But Jay, by the way, correctly points it out because yesterday,
you could say Caicedo. I could say Caicedo. You could say Tonali, but like, there's enough to say that it was Caicedo as well. If you want to say Tonali,
I don't think so. Newcastle.
Yeah, that's calm. I don't think it's crazy. I wouldn't like argue that for like 10 minutes.
Listen,
Mo is an even bigger Caicedo fan than probably Lewis himself. And he said Tonali was amazing.
Yeah, Hossam, I'm just saying.
1v2.
Someone's echoing.
Seeing how Lewis can die on the hill, I'm saying I would die on the hill that Caicedo was not the best midfielder on the weekend.
Yeah.
I would literally die. I would know.
But I wouldn't go into battle with you over that. I'd be
Exactly.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
Tonali?
Passive call. Yeah, I hear it.
But yeah, like even in spite of that second half, it became a bit more of a basketball match. We did get ourselves back into the game, partly because we came out with a lot more intensity, but also because we got the goal at the right point in the second half too. First couple minutes in, you get a goal, you put some more pressure on Newcastle. We started creating a lot more chances off that, and we started getting a bit more comfortable in the game. They also missed a couple chances. Elanga was making some terrible decisions in possession. Harvey Barnes, when he wasn't trying to dive for a penalty, actually might have had the best chance of the second half out of both teams. But I do think overall, we were the better team coming out that second half. And look, they might say it's the agenda, but I'll say if Garnacho wasn't just Garnacho, we probably would have got the third goal and killed the game off. But there's a game or two
lucky to even leave St. David with a draw. Look at this shameless bastard. You were lucky to even leave the stadium with a draw. They had 7 big chances. And you're here talking about the one Garnacho chance.
Yeah, it is seen as a less big chance for us because Garnacho wasn't even hitting the goal. But
actually, a big chance.
Garnacho missing the target. Where have I seen that before? Hey,
Flawless. You remember after the Cardiff game, I said bring that Garnacho to the Premier League. There's a reason why I said that specifically. Because it's great when it's Wolves. It's great when it's Cardiff. When it's Everton, wide. When it's Newcastle, wide. Then I bring it up and I get called an agenda merchant. So look, Garnacho was great off the ball again, great. But like when it gets to the final end product, that's what matters. If you lose the ball, all the movement off the ball don't really matter.
Okay, do you want to know what Garnacho was giving?
Are you wearing the Ballers League shirt?
No, because
you know Garnacho, shirt that we played him. Yeah.
I knew it.
The best example I can give of Garnacho at the moment, and to be fair, he's 21. He's 21, right?
Yeah.
You're a nice guy, Jay, man. You're a nice guy.
Listen, you know me. I look for positives. He's 21.
Man. You see, you and I think nice guys, man. That's what it is.
I think personally, he's almost a bit like a left-wing Nunes at the moment, or something like that. He's causing chaos in the games, but he's not finishing the final action. If he was finishing his final actions right now,
I'd argue Nunes is better work
He'd be
rate.
one of the best wingers in the world right now if he was finished, because he's like a ball magnet. He's constantly getting the ball in good moments, in good places. It's kind of Werner-esque at the moment. I think he can improve, but that Nunes-Werner comparison, he just needs to refine his decision making a little bit. He's got the skill set.
Garnacho will improve.
Yeah, he's got the skill set.
He's 21. He will improve.
But if
I'm not saying this is final form. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I don't think you're being overly critical.
This is his final form, but you not carry him.
I guess my way of looking at it is, one game he plays well, one game he plays average, one game he plays badly. I guess that's the consistency of a 21-year-old. You know, that is what you get with a 21-year-old. So yeah, I think big chances, but he looked like the biggest threat for Chelsea. Like, he was the guy who was constantly getting moments. But you can then make the argument flawless. He's getting that space because they're thinking he's not going to finish.
Exactly, because who got man of the match in the game? Remind me.
Was it Reece?
I actually don't know who got man of the match.
The guy who was
Wasn't it
right
Tonali,
back.
I swear?
No, it was the guy at right back.
Oh, Lewis Miley, the 8th.
Yeah.
Miley.
The guy who was playing against him at right back, who isn't a right back and is also 19
but that's
years old.
funny because Miley was nowhere near him half the game.
Nah, he pocketed him, man.
No, first off,
You think he pocketed him? I would say he pocketed him at all.
All right, cool.
No, Jay, I'll give you that because the second half he found a lot more space. First half was a lot.
Guys, Reece James won man of the match. What are you guys talking
I
about?
thought it was Lewis Miley. That's what I seen.
But again, first half Chelsea was bad all round. So it was the whole squad. There was just no gel. Like, you guys did not.
Wait, one website is saying Walter Matt, the other one is saying Reece
You know
James.
why?
What the hell
Because
is it?
different. Because you know what it is. Different
Different
platforms give different platforms give man of the match.
They have Sky man of the match and all that.
Sky gave him man of the match. But the point is, I'm making is to Jay's point when he said Garnacho's your biggest threat. That's why they created one big chance. Garnacho's your best attacker. Guess what? Your attack's not good. Hence why they
TNT
struggle
said
going
Miley.
forward. Yeah, TNT. That the game was.
You guys thought Miley won that battle versus Garnacho. I thought Garnacho had him on.
No, I thought Garnacho defeated himself, but
exactly.
Garnacho
defeated himself more than Miley.
Yeah, but that's
Second half,
different than
won.
Miley pocketed him. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
To be honest, I thought Miley
No, because
pocketed
the
him.
first half, Miley was clamping him, taking the ball off him, winning the duels. The second half, Garnacho was getting the space and doing nothing with it, blazing the ball over the bar or just turning the ball away cheaply.
Yeah,
so he lost it by himself.
That's Garnacho in a nutshell, Lewis, man. Bar over the bar, ball over the bar, giving the ball away. That's him.
True.
Same as the
True, but
Everton
I'm
game.
going to give Garnacho, he kept going. Because in the first half, he was having some stinker.
You're giving him the Jake Paul credit, yeah? You're giving him the Jake Paul credit.
Honestly,
he tried, man.
He could have been entitled to be like, you know what? This ain't my day. I'm playing terribly. I'm dribbling it out of play consistently. Do you know what I mean? Just as you know when you're having a stinker, but he pulled it out
I get
a little
this,
bit.
but I just feel like I thought I escaped this with Havertz and Werner.
Nah, man, welcome to the
got another
Garnacho. And you hearing he's 21, he's young, he's going to get better.
He's 21.
I'll always give him that, but like I'm not going to pretend like I'm not seeing the same player at United again. Like we're playing transition football the last 2 league games. This is meant to suit him. You have space in behind to run into.
It's a myth. You know why? Because he's not that quick.
No,
He don't have great acceleration. He don't have great pace. He's not strong. He don't have great agility. He don't have great balance. So forget the physical attributes. If you are a winger, especially in the Premier League in 2025, if you aren't physically gifted, guess what? Your technical and mental attributes need to be off the charts. There's no winger that's like him profile-wise that performs well. Name someone who's like Garnacho profile-wise in the Premier League that's successful.
I name one which is like a much better finisher, but I feel like I'm gonna offend people.
Not go on.
He reminds me of Salah with much worse finishing.
Okay, Salah. Okay. Here's the thing. Here the thing is with that. He's mentioned Salah, arguably the greatest.
Do not ever disrespect Salah by comparing him to that fucking loser ever a day in your life. Don't ever disrespect Salah. You wanna know? No. 1 second. 1 second. He just brought up Salah. You wanna know who Gittins reminds me of? Hazard. without the end product.
Well, here the thing is with
Do you-
Lewis
do you-
mentioning
do
about.
you-
He's
do you-
just trying to
do you-
slow the play down
Here's-
like
here's
Hampton.
what
He's
I'm
just got
talking
none
about,
of the IQ. So first,
But here's what I'm talking about. Lewis just mentioned arguably the
Nah,
greatest,
JC, I'm saying that
the greatest goal scoring winger we've ever seen in the Premier League. This is the point I'm making. There's nobody like him. I'm telling you, why? People gonna keep backing it.
Like
People gonna keep backing it, man.
I just by force.
Man went double up. Man went
Him or
double O.
Gittins.
Man legit went 0020 last season, but yeah, man.
Who's your
potential.
biggest threat?
Alright.
Who do you think it was?
Yeah, he went 0020.
What, in the Prem or in all comps?
I think it was all comps. And then even when he scored, it was against the Championship side. It was against Leicester.
Yeah.
Go check the
Well,
numbers,
you
man.
know, you know what
Rubbish.
it reminds me of
I
a little bit. Do you remember what Anthony Gordon used to play like? Yeah, before he started getting more
Yeah, I
refined.
get you. Well, the thing he
Yeah,
has
do
is
you know-
electric pace. At least he can run away from people.
Exactly, but Gordon
He
was
got the
very
dope. I think
erratic.
he can run away from
Fair.
people.
I think Anthony Gordon is a fair one.
Yeah, like early Anthony Gordon, he reminds me a little bit. Just
Like
erratic,
Everton, Anthony Gordon.
Everton, early, just erratic.
Even
decision.
Anthony Gordon, you'd say would be a bit more of a playmaker. Like Garnacho just keeps his head down and plays football like he's by himself.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the thing.
And then we had to put 90 mil on him and Gittins, man. I fucking hate it, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Well, it's our fault,
Yeah.
when players
Yeah,
fail.
fair.
I hear it, man.
No, it's our fault, man. We bought Gittins and decided to double down, and then we needed a centre back and then didn't get a centre back, and then we have games like this as an example of it.
I hear it.
More points dropped because you didn't put money down on the centre back and you wanted to whore out left wingers. Great work. Great fucking work. Shout out to the team for turning it around in the second half, but yeah, I still leave that game thinking we should have won it.
Because you're delusional. That's why you think you should have won it. That's the
No,
only
because
reason
we
why-
did enough in the second half to win it. The
You're
problem is we burnt
absolutely
90
delusional.
million on shit left wingers. If
Newcastle
you
had
put that
70
money on like a level
Actually,
raising
you
left
did-
winger, like a
actually, you did
Semenyo
like
or a
you did enough in the
I'm
first
winning that
half.
match.
No. See, Lewis, you guys
Instead,
did
instead
enough
I
in
had
the
to
first
put that
half.
money on Gittins and Garnacho, mid,
You-
and mid.
I think you did enough in the first half not to concede 4 goals because again Sanchez kept you in that game. Because by second half you would not have turned that around if it was more than a 2-goal lead. In the second half,
Yeah,
you did
shout
it.
out
You-
to Robert
you-
Sanchez, one
yeah.
of the most improved players this season.
You were better than them in the second half, but I don't think you guys played well enough to be able to say, taking the point there with the way you played second half is fair enough, Because in the first half, literally, Walter Maid also missed the 3rd goal. He was already on a hat trick, literally. He missed the 3rd goal. Sanchez saved how many goals? So yeah.
I know, but like this is the thing. We're bringing up chances that were actually like taken and attempted. My argument is the chances that Garnacho just skied over the bar and we didn't need to buy him.
Yeah, but we can't. But again, we can't call that a chance if we skied it because that's not a chance anymore. But if the goalkeeper saved it,
Because
if
of the lack of
Newcastle
technical quality of my left wingers.
If Ramsey or whoever was in goal for Newcastle punched the ball away or he rattled the top bar or something, then you can call that a chance. But you kick the ball and it's 250 feet away from the goalpost. That's not a chance.
I know,
mean,
my argument's like if we had bought a better left winger at the time, I'm not having this question.
Well, I guess so.
This is why it comes down to the window. We need a level raising left winger. We spent 90 million on mid.
Can any of you translate what this means?
Who got
I'm
busy bone
guessing
on
it's
Steam? Can you
me
spit
because
some
my hair's
crossword?
not
Yeah,
on.
he's talking about his hair. Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Oh,
Bone
brother.
Thugs and Harmony. If you know,
Fucking hell.
if you know, you know.
I said some
If you
crossroads,
know,
man.
you know.
That's funny. See me at the crossroads.
See you at the crossroads. Yeah, for those who know. So Hussam, you didn't understand what you were saying. You didn't understand what Busy Bone
That
was.
man got two.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Shout out Edwin, that's actually pretty good still. I was just leaving me here. Yeah, love. Yeah, can I do the
That's
same
actually
pose?
quite accurate, Ed, man. That's actually quite accurate. Fairs.
Yeah, that was a good one still. Big
I
up,
just
man.
had to get like a direct comparison. Fairs, Ed.
I said Carlito, bro.
Carlito, yep.
Yeah, that's cold still. I just eat the apple.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Never forget. Amazing. That was actually a nice era of WWE as well.
Yeah, man. That was before it went PG and just mid for the rest of 2010s.
Vader's favorite wrestler is Sable. Anyway, moving on. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing.
I hear it, man. I understand, man. Great wrestler.
Yeah.
I get it, Vader, man.
He told me this secretly before, but now it's public news. Please hit the like button and subscribe, guys. I want to move on, talk about the Man United game. Man United losing to Aston Villa.
Fucking hell. You have to.
Brother, flawless. Talk to the audience, baby. Another week, another loss.
He's got to drink some water first.
Yeah, facts. 100%. What is that? Right. Again, another team we lose to, not playing at our best. Performed better than I expected. I actually thought we played well in the game because I was fearing the worst going into this game. 100%. Villa were the most informed team in the league. That surprised you or something, Jay? Oh, he's on the phone. I thought it was me. I thought it was me because you look surprised. But yeah, as I was saying, Villa, the most informed team in the league. I think it was like 9 in all comps, 6 in a row before this as well. Outside of our fantastic record at Villa Park, I was like I said, fair enough. Even with our better players being available, but the players got AFCON, Maz is there. Obviously, Ahmad's gone and Bremo's gone. Casemiro suspended, no delete. They're 5 players right there who all start for us, and we would struggle in this game, but we limited them going forward. Didn't really create a lot. They had 2 great goals. Euro needs to do better for the first goal, and Rodgers, that's poor defended. But it's still a fantastic strike. The second one falls to him from a cross. So look, you could argue Dalot should do better, maybe Heaven, but it hits Watkins, drops to Rodgers. And we missed again. You're talking about missed chances, and Newcastle should have been out of sight against Chelsea. Not saying we should have been out of sight, but we got to take our chances. Cunha scored a good goal, yes, but that header we missed, criminal. Can't miss that. Criminal. Gotta bins that. I know your aerial ability isn't the best, but you have to score that. Sesko, gotta be quicker reacting to that. Again, there. If someone said we would get 3 clear-cut chances at Villa Park, I would have told you no chance. Because I've seen us with better attackers against worse teams and not create anything. And we actually created in the game much more than I expected us to create. But you gotta take your chances. And again, like I said at the very start, another game where Manchester United have lost it and the opposition hasn't been at their best. If Villa were flying and destroy us, I'm much more accepting of it. Again, do I really put this game on the manager like that? No, it's more so on the players. But the manager don't help because he don't help us from a defensive standpoint. He don't help us from an offensive standpoint. A little bit of help on either one of those ends, we probably get something for the game. But
who's that? Sorry,
another loss. Say again.
Who are you talking about? Sorry.
No, I'm talking about when I say offensive and defensively. I'm saying how he don't help the team. He don't help us from a defensive standpoint. He don't help us attacking wise. Is the point I'm making. Even though
I'm gonna irritate you with my take on Aston Villa. I'm really gonna irritate you.
Go on.
But I think, I you know when I'm gaslighting and you know when I'm being honest, I legitimately believe that you were the better side against Aston Villa. They legit scored 2 bangers.
I agree with that. I just said that. I think with
like if Cunha just scores the header, you know the problem with Man United, they never take their moments when the moment comes. They don't. The one thing about Amorim is I think he needs to learn how to coach a defense properly. But going forward, he's done a good job going forward.
No, he hasn't. We just have better attackers.
Yeah, but that's who your team is.
No, we just there. But again, that doesn't mean you're coaching. That means you have better attackers. I keep saying this. If you give me Manchester United side from last season with that squad, you sell who you sell.
Last season it wasn't his fault because he had Højlund.
No, again, let me land and I'll make the point that I'm making. I'm saying is, and who played Højlund, who went 00. He had 2 attackers who went 00-20. Whose fault's that? But that's a whole different conversation.
Xerxes wasn't any better, and he was.
Say that again. Who?
Xerxes wasn't much better, and he was injured.
Xerxes was miles better than Højlund when he played, but he didn't want to play him.
In terms of goal scoring, I wouldn't say so.
He was. Yeah, he was. He scored more goals than him in much less time. What are we talking about? That's a whole different conversation anyway. The point is that I'm making yeah, if you give me Manchester United squad from last season and then you sell the players you sell and bring in the better players and I'm the manager, of course the team's going to score more goals. Let me ask you where the second joint goal scorer is. If me and you, Hassan, was to do a stream about team of the season right now, we stop the season, how many Manchester United attackers are getting a mention?
No Man United player gets a mention, full stop.
Okay, then. So something's off then. How have we got the second but that tells you our attackers aren't playing well. They're just relying on their individual quality, which they are. When you have the attackers we have, of course you're going to score goals. Law of averages. You're having Bremo, Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, of course they're going to score. What are we talking
I
about?
think you're being a bit too harsh. I'll be honest with
You
you.
always say this. Last time you said this to me, and then what happened after when you told me I was being negative? What happened the game after?
The game after was Bournemouth. You had a good performance against Bournemouth.
No, it wasn't the game after. It wasn't Bournemouth.
What was the
You
game
told me I was
before
being
Bournemouth?
negative. What game was it? You told me I was being a bit negative.
What was the
it?
game before Bournemouth?
I tell you
Ain't
now.
no way Bournemouth was a good performance anyway.
Nah, it wasn't. But he was trying to gas me up about. Was it? Yeah, it was Palace.
Definitely
actually.
Bournemouth was a good performance. Sorry,
No,
what?
no.
Definitely Bournemouth.
They
was a good
conceded 4 at home.
Exactly. That's a whole different conversation.
They should have
It was a
scored
good half.
like 8.
We had a good.
Conceding 4 at home is never a good performance.
Yeah, but I
No,
already
it's
said, I
Palace.
think-
No. But let's not get off topic. It was Palace because you told me Palace. You get what I'm saying? And then we played West Ham at
What
home.
happened against Palace?
We won the game 2-1.
Wait,
But you
so
told me I
that
was being
Palace-
negative because I said the performance
I
wasn't
don't
good.
even remember the Palace.
You told me I was being negative because I said the performance wasn't good against Palace. And then the
Brother.
following week we drew to West Ham.
Second.
And then I said to you, am I still being negative?
Well, you could have been negative one week and not.
Yeah, you messaged
I
me.
wasn't
Am I
being
still
negative.
being
Well,
negative
okay, so
for
I
West
tell
Ham?
you, man, all watch the game. What's the difference between our Palace performance and West Ham performance?
No, West
Forget
Ham was
result.
really bad in my opinion.
No.
West Ham was really
Again, that's not why I asked.
I don't
Forget
recall the Palace
Forget the
game.
result. I asked the question.
Oh.
Why can't I never get a simple answer to a simple
No,
question?
I'm talking performance. I think their performance
so
was
tell me
way
the
worse.
difference.
Oh, that's
Tell me the
why.
difference between the performance against
Palace, I
Palace and
didn't
the
watch
performance
the
against
Palace
West Ham.
game. I'll be honest.
Okay. But
Yeah, I
all
think
right,
we played at the same time.
but all right, so I'll tell you right now
Yeah,
against
it was
Palace.
the same time as my game as well.
Okay,
I think.
cool. So I'll tell you
That
now.
was
Palace,
it. Yeah, we had Arsenal. I was at the pub.
you know, so I'll tell you now, Palace and West Ham, there was no difference. They were both poor performances. We just drew one and won one. That was it.
Okay, what was Bournemouth and Villa better performances?
Villa was, yes. Bournemouth could argue, yeah. But just because
I heard
better,
even
I
saying
heard
he's
Bournemouth
saying the
was a good
Bournemouth game
first
was
half.
good.
bro, it was entertaining because we figured they've been bored. They've been bored shitless for months. So of course, for an 8-goal thriller is going to seem exciting. What are we talking about here? If you've been starving and someone gives you, a burger to eat, that gonna feel like caviar. Like, what are we doing? Of course, he was excited. He's been bored to death. It's not a good point. It
We
was a
had a
good
good
half.
first half, but it's not
He
a
had a
good
good
game.
first half, yeah. But that was a Bournemouth who were winless in 6, and we gave up 4 goals.
And you still gave a goal of like their only
Yeah.
chance.
Because he exactly conceded 3 goals inside 15 minutes. But yeah, good performance. Again, just because it's better doesn't mean it's good. People need to realize this. Just because something's an improvement doesn't mean it's good. If you play a 3 out of 10 one week and play a 4 out of 10 the next week, is it an improvement? Yes.
The performance
Whereas a
against
4 out of 10
Villa
is
wasn't
no.
4 out of 10 though. It was
No,
like
Villa
8
was
out
no.
of
I'm pointing out as an example. Villa was a good performance. I said this.
10. Yeah,
I thought we were good against
Being
Villa.
honest.
I said this at the
Appreciate
start.
that.
You weren't listening. Villa was a good
No, he
performance.
wasn't.
Yes,
I did
He
hear
wasn't
you. I did hear you say
Yeah.
that. Wait,
Villa
so what would
was
you
there.
rate? What would you rate Villa out of 10?
probably 7,
Okay, what would you rate Bournemouth
enough.
out of 10?
4.
Damn, you didn't even think Bournemouth was like a 5
We
or a
conceded
6?
3 goals in 15 minutes to Bournemouth at home, who were winless in
Well,
6.
but they conceded 4.
Jesus
Like, come
Christ.
on, man.
Conceded 4 goals at home to Bournemouth.
Did you have this conversation?
And it was
with
all our
someone else?
mistakes. No, I have to shout because it's like when I talk normal, man don't listen. We conceded 4 goals at home to Bournemouth, who were winless in 6. No, they're not. They're winless in 6.
They've got 1
They're
win.
a bottom
since
half of the
4
table
games.
team. They just have a very good manager. And there's none of their attackers outside of Semenyo that you would take. Jesus. Why would I say these things? Why?
I don't even know
shout
if
some
it's
ballers.
radio. That's the
Oh,
funny
not to
part.
shed some ballers, but just in the chat, I didn't know Salah had so many haters. like, wow. I'm reading the chat and I'm like, you guys really want Egypt to lose this game, don't you?
I'm actually watching the game. He literally created 3 clear-cut chances. This guy is balling. Just missed 2 chances.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
if you
Ben
didn't
Amish
watch
and
the game,
Trezeguet,
I
and
would think he was stinking the joint up.
No, he isn't. It's Egypt actually playing good football. They should be 3-4-0 up, but they've just been not clinical. Egypt are doing the Man United against Villa, basically, to put it in a very
Well, yeah,
basic manner.
we definitely, like I said.
No, here we go.
Oh.
Hussam wants to praise the 4-4 draw because he frowns when Liverpool win ugly at the San Siro. It's because Man United and Liverpool have different expectation. Because Liverpool's base is Premier League champion who spent 400 million. So yes, a level of football is required, which we will get to the Liverpool Spurs segment. I'll congratulate Jay on his performance despite the loss because of how shit we were. So yes, there is different ways to measure football clubs. Because guess what?
Raz, I didn't think either of you played well.
When I'm watching Brighton, I'm sorry, I don't have Liverpool or City expectations on Brighton. When I'm watching Man United, I'm sorry that I don't place Arsenal expectations on Man United. Have I ever told Flawless you must? Not once.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I've never said that.
Facts. Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously teams have different expectations. Don't try to be like do some edgy opinion. And by the way,
Go on.
like you ask Vater, who's known me the longest probably out of everyone here, and Dio from Spaces era. I'm always pro good football before anything else. That's why anytime someone tells me, "Oh, would you take Glasner?" Immediately I say no. I am
fair.
very pro.
Well, you don't think he
football.
plays good football?
Who? Glasner? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That's just asking our interest.
It wouldn't be Liverpool identity.
No,
I
no,
think it's
no, that's
important
fair.
to maintain
No.
identity.
What you said there in response to expectations is nail on the head. But yeah, like I said, we played well and we lost, and that's just what it is. And it should be one of those. If we were playing better leading up to this, I'd be much less critical of the team, much less critical of the manager. But again, another side we've dropped points to and not been at their best. Villa weren't good. Villa were nowhere near the best and still managed to pick up 3 points. So they're gonna be pleased with that. Like I said, 2 bangers from Rodgers. Should we defend the first one better? Yes, 110%. Euro should do better. Second one, kind of unlucky. Like I said, you could argue the low heaven should do better.
Would you just say on that? Would you put that down a little bit to would you? Because when I've watched Euro, one of his issues is the channel.
Yes.
Like he's playing the channel. He's
actually
playing more in the channel, and he's got done by Rodgers. I don't know whether he needs to just tighten up, peripheral vision,
Definitely.
whatever. But
Just be more aggressive.
Exactly. So the thing is that this is
How old is Euro?
20. Just turned 20.
Okay.
Is he 20 yet, or is he still 19?
He can improve.
Nah,
He
he
can
just
improve.
turned 20 last year. Yeah, that's why I'm not like.
I'm
just
sorry,
like-
guys. I'm sorry. I have to. Is this trigger Hussam Day?
I told you that
literally have
you got to empty Salah, Hussam. They're not having it.
What channel is this on?
4-7. Is it 7?
Egypt literally have 9 shots, 3 shots on target, 3 big chances, and 1 XG. Zimbabwe have 2 shots on target and 0 big chances. Stop lying. I'm actually gonna time you out because you've rattled me.
Yeah, 7-4 Lewis or 4-7, whichever way round it is.
It's
But yeah,
free on
with
channel.
Euro, yeah, you're right. Like, and I've mentioned this about in the channel he's kind of struggled. So you know what you
So,
do
yeah,
as a
but-
manager.
but-
You know what you can do as a manager to stop him being in the channel.
100%,
Play him as the central centre back.
But
Yo,
I'm
please,
just gonna
I
say,
can see he
because-
struggles a little bit. Play him as a
No, but
central centre back.
do you have anybody that can play the right side of centre back at the moment? Apart
Yeah,
from
put someone in. Yeah. Nah, Delo can put Delo there. He's played Delo there. Put Delo there.
I suppose. Well, then shuffle
Yeah.
everyone over.
Yeah, you can play Delo,
What has
him,
happened to Lenny
and then
Yoro?
Evan.
What's happened to him?
Nothing's happened to him. He just made a couple mistakes. Nothing's happened to him, and because it's Manchester United, it's gonna get magnified. He's made mistakes previous.
But what is?
Well.
I guess £50 million doesn't get you that much. It gets you a lot of promise, but it's still a work in progress, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I think that's,
you know what it is. The reason why
especially in 19,
I'm not as critical of him or any of our players because I know what their ceiling is.
Maybe.
His basement ceiling. I
Oh,
know
so
their
it's,
capped at what they
so
can do.
it's okay that Euro is young, but when Garnacho is young,
Right?
You said it's okay that you're this guy. Don't try it.
Jay is an asshole.
Almost got me, you know. He almost got me, you know.
Really.
Jay is low key an asshole. Just low key.
Isaiah, don't try it. You try it back him up. Don't even fucking try it. All right, this guy tried it.
I see
But yeah,
Vader
it's not about
fighting for
all
his
jokes
life
aside.
every Tuesday on Sarcasm City TV when he's convincing flawless Man United performances. Why are you quiet now, huh, Vader? Why are
You
you
see me
quiet?
fighting for my
Why don't you
life.
talk about Man United good performances now, huh? You see flawless fighting us. Why don't you join in?
But to respond to it, like Jay, what was saying, it's not about him being young. It's just that all our players I look at, I'm less critical of. Even the better players than him, because better players than him have struggled at points. I understand that these men are capped at what they can do. Players who are much better, like a Dele, like a Mazarawi, like an Embremo, like a Cunha. All of them have received criticism at various points. Same way, if we sign Semenyo, the same shit will happen to him. Good player, yes. Will he improve us? Yes. But will we get the best out of him? No, because we don't get the best out of anyone. Granted, though, players still need to do better. But
We don't get
yo,
the best out of
this is a shit platform, man. Like that's what it is. Like these are terrible You ain't here to excel, here to succeed. Like, this is what it is.
Man United fans rated. Do you think Euro needs like a Delict or a Maguire or like a much older leader center back next to him to
But he does. He's a 20-year-old defender.
it
He's a
helps,
talent.
yeah.
But he does need experience.
If I remember correctly, I'll have to go back and double check this, but more often than not, when he's played next to like a Mazza or Delit, he's played better, but they are two good centre backs. So of course it's going to help, rather than playing next to someone who's a year younger than you in Heaven. But that's not an excuse. That's just part of the reasoning. Does he need to improve?
Heaven has performed well, actually, funnily enough.
Heaven's a good centre back. Again, he's a good centre back. It's just game time for him. I just need to see him more to see, all right, let's see where you gauge. But when he's played, good. No complaints with Heaven like that. And he cost $1 million. He was $1 million. So
yeah, Heaven's a good centre. Heaven's a good centre.
Well, again, he'll be capped. We won't see the best out of him in this situation.
Vater, Dio, you guys haven't been involved in the United conversation. Talk to me, brothers. It was the only game on Sunday as well. And let me just say something quickly. Whichever prick makes the Premier League scheduling, I just want to say, like, you're the biggest dickhead known to mankind. Because last season, it was Sunday had all the good games and Saturday was dead. This season's the opposite. Saturday has all the good games and Sunday is dead. But Habibi, give me like Chelsea, Newcastle on Sunday. Give me something on Sunday, brother.
It did not have to be a 12:30.
You're gonna let him get away
for
with
no
that.
reason.
Brother, he put every single game on Saturday, bro. What the hell? Chelsea played Saturday, City played Saturday, Liverpool played Saturday, Spurs.
Yeah, we are dead to watch. Why are we prime time? I hear it. I don't want to watch us. Yeah, Vader, because you look at the schedule and go, yeah, I can't wait to watch United play. I'm going to be so entertained. This is great football.
I do. United are very entertaining. United are an entertaining team.
For ops, yeah. If I was a rival, I'd love Manchester United too.
No, that was an entertaining game.
I actually agree. I think United are quite entertaining, to be honest.
Yeah, for the ops, yes. I would too.
I am an op.
No. Depending on the match.
Yes.
Do you remember the West Ham watch along, bro? Fuck that, man. Sometimes it's horrid.
Lewis crashed out. You know who I've loved watching this season and been fantastic? Liverpool. Great this season. Fantastic.
By the way, we are very not recently.
Extremely, man. I love it. Last season couldn't stand you, but this season, great. It's fantastic. Like City last season when they went 1-12. Great watch.
I was addressing the point about the game being solely on Sunday. I thought the fact that all eyes were watching, no one can hide, no one can not have an excuse, no one can say that they're not speaking informatively with regards to United. So everybody was watching the game. I thought it was entertaining. I thought, hey, the goal that you scored was actually a gift. And the same way you wanted to talk about the two bangers from Aston Villa, you guys were gifted that first goal. Like you pressed, they were playing around, trying to build up from the back, and Cunha was he delivered, he scored that goal. But I want to say, United in the position that they are in, it's tough for you United fans that want Amarin out, because you're in this mix, you're in this not far out of Europe. If he's able to kind of get things to turn around, and again to perform this well versus Aston Villa is a promising sign, because the players aren't giving up. The players haven't given up on this manager. And again, Flawless, you know this. I'm with you, man. I'm hammering out, but we keep seeing performances like this. We keep seeing the players play like this. I don't think he's going anywhere until
like this are not regular, Vale.
No, but the fact that it is against one of the title challengers.
We always perform well against Villa. We have a fantastic record there. They beat us 3 times.
3 wins for Villa in 26 or something.
It's 3 wins for Villa since 95 at Villa Park against us.
Okay, no.
Okay.
We have for whatever reason they forget to play football. And adding the fact, let's forget this performance. Yeah, they lost the game. You're right though, Vader, in regards to the league position. Watch us tumble down the league. Look at our fixtures. We got Newcastle next. All right, bet.
Yeah, but you got Wolves after that.
Newcastle actually have a horrible record.
And then who we got after that, Vail? Who's the
Newcastle have a horrible record at Old Trafford. Don't count.
I've only focused on 2025. I didn't look into.
All right, so yeah, so don't make, because if we had the bottom 4 teams, you would know what it is. But you said we have a couple down there. Well, yeah, Leeds away, Burnley away, Leeds away, Burnley away, City and Arsenal. All right, cool, bet.
No one.
We've won 2 wins. We've got 2 wins in 8.
As much as me and Flawless, honestly, Vater.
Why are you adding yourself into
Vater,
this?
No. You want to? I need to. Brother, I was destroying you on Spaces 3 years ago.
Are you crazy? You had the mute button. That's the only reason why you survived on Spaces.
Marmoush City failure. Just skied it. Bum.
Yeah, Marmoush just put one over the bar still.
Go ahead. Another big chance created by Salah, by the way. Go ahead, Vater.
the point that I was
Should hit the
making
target
with regards to
Oh,
the
dear.
with regards to United is it's
Oh,
not about
brother.
destructing or destroying me. I brought up a point with regards to the fan base are kind of like they don't know which way to go because Amarin is not so terrible that they can all be in unison to be like get out of here, and they're in,
Actually true.
yeah, and again you perform like this versus Aston Villa, and it's like now it's a wait and see. Heaven forbid you have a good
Wait and
performance
see for
versus
you,
Newcastle.
Vale. What I'm saying, it's a wait and see for you. I've been telling you every time we spoke on a Manchester United manager or a Manchester United player, I've not been wrong. You were telling me the same shit about Ten Hag. What happened?
Flawless.
You were
but
telling
you're
me the
missing
same
point
shit
when I
about Oli.
say
What happened?
when you remind me all the time that United are massive, you got fans everywhere. The fact that you
Absolutely.
got fans everywhere, you don't
You know
have
this because
fans.
there's fans around you. Don't do that. I know there's Manchester United fans around you and at work. Don't do that. But carry on.
Yeah, but they're not wearing their
Yeah.
they're not wearing their kits anymore because they're
Yeah,
embarrassed.
that's cool.
But when it comes down to
It's
the
like City 2
decision,
years ago, but we moved. Sorry, go on as you were.
exactly, and many
Yeah.
years before Klopp
Same shit.
arrived, I didn't see a Liverpool fan. But when it
Facts.
comes down to the conversation on everyone being in
Lars,
unison,
you cannot fact that. Come on. You know Liverpool
I am
fans are
backing
around.
it, yo. I'm with
You
it,
can't-
yo.
you can't
It's
say
not true, but it sounded great.
Thank
It's like a
you,
bar
thank
that don't make
As long
sense,
as
but it
you
sounded
acknowledge
hot.
that
I'm gonna
they
back
improve,
it, yo.
then.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a back
As long as you acknowledge the take
No.
Just one thing before you go, Flawless.
Go
Obviously,
on.
there's
Say it's time to go, bro.
obviously I know we always discuss Bruno. Like he's going to be out for a little bit now.
Yeah.
But I thought it was incredible that it looked like he played for 10 minutes or so with a pulled hammy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
yeah,
because
he's limpy. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was limping.
But-
So he basically pulled his hammy and then played another 10 minutes.
It was
hammy.
cramp. I think it was cramp. I think it was more.
This is what I was going to get into part before being interrupted by
If
Isak.
that was, listen, if that was a hamstring injury, he would.
I
be
didn't even
out of
say
that game.
anything.
He'll
No,
be
you
out of
did.
that
No,
game.
Yeah,
but
you did that in Liverpool
I'm
shot.
saying,
Good shot,
I'm
though.
saying, I
Good
think
shot,
it was
mate.
his hamstring
I gotta do what I
because he
do.
has a hamstring
But
injury now.
I was mid-flow, Jay, because I was going to talk about
Go,
everyone
sorry,
being
go.
in unison and also the players playing for this manager, right? It's an example with regards to, okay, the rat, Bruno, many don't like him, but he's obviously playing for this manager, right? And you're also seeing other players, quote unquote, playing for him as well. They should be terrible. They have every excuse in the world not to play for him and to give up on this season. But I think we're seeing Amarin I think he's making it through this year. He's making it through this
that's
year.
based off of what you mentioned it, which I do agree with. They do look at it in regards to the league position. Like I say, wait until our league position dwindles, and then we'll see these conversations. Because we ain't winning much. It's coming soon. I'm telling you.
And you mentioned the fixtures. How far down the fixture list do you think this happens? Because you got Newcastle, but then you have a gimme with Wolves.
It's not
You know
a gimme.
what I mean?
Wolves is not a gimme.
Wolves is not. Oh, because you saw how Arsenal struggled versus Wolves. Why would you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Spot on. We're not a better side. If Wolves play how they played against us against the Molyneux, yes, we'll mollywop them. But if they come and sit in deep like they did against Arsenal, yes, we'll struggle. We lost to 10-man Everton. We are capable of losing to anyone. And you mentioned the fan base and that. My fan base isn't very bright. My fan base backed Ineos. Ineos did a deal with the Glazers and my fan base backed it. So please don't use the Manchester United fan base as some bearing of knowledge. So we all in unison as Manchester United fans. The one thing unironically we're united on, no pun intended, is we want Glazers out. It's been that way from the very, very beginning, from they took over in 2005. It's been there. Before you go there, just let me land this point. We've been them out. So then a new ownership joins and goes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a deal with the people who have this place in a complete shit show. But we want what's best for you. All right, bet. Okay, sure. And then you see the Bruno stuff as well about him saying they didn't have the courage to sell me and all. Yeah, man, my board Watlers. Sorry, go on, Jay. Go on.
No, I was just saying that it's just one of those where it's funny because obviously the Glazers still own percentage of the club, but Ineos are the front, so it's almost a little bit. I see a little bit like how Levy versus Enoch work together, Ineos and Glazers together similarly. Before you just had the Glazers and it was just pure. So now with Ineos, I can say that they've done some good cost cutting. Like they've made some hard decisions which seem to be benefiting the club. They're investing in good players. They're giving the manager time, even if you don't rate the manager. You know, obviously you got questions about recruitment, certain players.
I actually like their recruitment. This is the craziest part. I actually agree with you in regards to the cost cutting outside and like cutting staff because we had way too many staff. I agree with the recruitment. I actually like the majority of players they brought in. I like the price points that we're buying players at. So why are we going backwards at a ridiculous rate? 2 of our worst league finishes under you. I mean, 2 of our worst ever league finishes are under you. And it's going to set to be 3 because we ain't finishing no higher than 8th. So in your first 3 seasons,
that's crazy.
We are not finishing higher than 8th. We are not finishing higher than 8th. Why are we finishing higher than 8th? Do you watch us? We won 7 games in 7 months, you know, but we're finishing higher than 8th.
You're gonna finish about Sunderland. But can I say this to you, Flawless? I think that just in isolation, the game against Aston Villa in isolation, if United play, the only thing I think I was missing in that game for you guys, which I think is part of football, is luck. You guys were unlucky in that game. That was it. That Rodgers goal that came out of nowhere, even he was surprised. You saw when he took the shot and then he turned, like all the stadium was surprised because you guys had shut them down. If you play the way you played and get the results with it on a consistent basis, you'll get above 8th. The way you played.
But that's my point is Dio is, and I said this on my match reaction, if we perform like that, I'd be less critical of the manager and less critical of the team.
No, I agree. I've always agreed with you. I'm just saying, I'm talking about just this one game. I'm saying,
I agree with you on the game.
Yeah, in this one game, the improvements were there. You could literally see it. In fact,
my problem is the isolation of it because that's not the norm. We don't perform like that normally.
I agree with Flawless on that.
It's now a case of can you perform the same way now against Newcastle and get the result and take it a notch higher?
Like and you know what's crazy, Dio? After every win, that question gets asked and gets answered with an astounding no. Hence why we've won 7 games in 7 months. But all of a sudden because again, the way you responded to that goal, the way United responded to the goal in the first half, because that goal was in the 42nd, 43rd minute. Yeah.
And you responded in like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes.
You actually did. We were actually resilient.
Again, that for me showed like what the team wanted to do. And the style of the manager was working in that one game. You know, granted, Villa were poor. Let me not say Villa were poor because some people say they gifted you the goal. No, it was your press that caused that goal. It was the way you guys were pressing them, winning the second balls.
Aggressive on the front foot.
Exactly. So I just think that if you can keep that consistency up in the next games and, you know, take it a notch higher and play the way you played, and you had some of your better players off the pitch.
Yeah.
You have to also put that into consideration, whereby you came in with maybe 3 or 4 players who are starting players who were not on the pitch, and you played Villa out the park that way. Responded as soon as they scored, and you know you what's his name? Cunha had the chance to score a 3rd goal.
Yeah. He should have been that. Like I said, Sesko should have scored. Cunha should have scored 100%.
Are you talking about the header, right?
Yeah, the header he's got bins.
Yeah, that was the one for me.
Yeah. Both chances are criminal. And I said this both chances.
I think you guys. I think just watching the game because I watched the game. To be fair with you, I sat down.
Yeah, it was the only game. It was the only game on.
Yeah, and for me, I was just like, you know what? If United can keep this up consistently, because luck is part of the game as well. We all know luck is part of the game. You could play well and lose a game, which is annoying.
Yes,
you know. So
but you know what, Dio? I'm much more accepting of that. If we perform like that on a regular basis, I wouldn't be critical.
Let's see the next few games. Maybe
we know what it is because every time we play well, Dio, it gets us. I guess answered our performance against Newcastle. I heard this after Palace. I heard this. Man there in the left told me I was being negative.
Yeah, but again,
we drew 1-1 at home to West Ham.
No. I think here's my thing, right? Here's how I see it, Flawless. Here's how I see something. Like if your team is able to perform this way. Yeah. The thing that is missing now is the consistency. I hear you. After Palace, you performed very well. Once you show that you can do something, it's not finding that formula to make it consistent. That also takes time. So maybe the next few games, they're able to work their way. But I think that United has showed us what they are capable of doing if they can keep it consistent.
You know why? Because you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're a mediocre team with some very good players. So that's going to happen. We're a mid-table team with some very good players. So at any given moment, they can turn it on and win a game, etc., or like draw a game or produce a moment and things of this nature.
But then again, we can also say you're a mediocre team, like in your words, a mediocre team with some very good players who then decide to be consistent over the next 10 games. what do you then say to that?
I
Because
don't think
because
I've not
no,
seen it.
but you're saying they're good players, right? So if they're very good players, like
No,
you said,
some
if
of them are. We do have, but then we have some bad players, and then we have one of the worst managers.
all
in the
you
league.
need, all you
So
all you
Cancel
need
is out.
all you need is 2 or 3 of your very, very good players to just be consistent and give you what you
You
need.
can't, not with him. He's one of the worst managers in the league. He cancels that out. On paper, our team can look fire. He the fire extinguisher. That's where the issue lies. We won 7 games in 7 months. I don't know how much more
This
people
really
need to
reminds
see.
me of Lewis and Pochettino so much. It's giving him PTSD, where it's like it's so.
That means you're on the
Amarim
right
based.
side of history, flawless. Stay
It was
strong.
Amarim.
Ain't
It
no-
was so
ain't no hate.
Amarim based.
We win on average. We win 1 game a month under him. It's 13 wins in 13 months. We play a
so
back. We play a back. We play a back. Wait. We play a back 5 and I had 1 clean sheet all season long.
I hear you. I'm just saying, like, I'm
Oh,
talking.
see,
A year and a
don't
half
fight when
later,
Jackson
Lewis
thrown
was
around.
talking about recruitment. So
Again,
I'm
Lewis.
looking at Man United right now, and you need better recruitment as well.
Of course, every team needs better recruitment. That's
Why the
not
fuck
what
you
I'm
signed
disputing.
Ugarte?
We'll get more out of it. Get more
Why
out
you
of the
signed
team.
Ugarte? How's Europe been performing so far? There are some signings you made that are good, like Heaven for 1 million. You brought it
Yeah,
up.
majority.
Very good
You get them. You get. We've had
Some of these
more
other
right than
signings,
on the wrong.
what the hell am I watching?
How again? We should still with any team. You win more than average. You win more than 1 game per month.
see
We
Ugarte,
average a win
did
per.
you see
We
Ugarte's shot?
Hassam. Should we average more than 1 win per month? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then. So what we talking about? Should we have? Wait. Should we have more than 1 clean sheet?
100%.
Wait. Should we have more than 1 clean sheet this season?
Yes, you should. But the
Be
team
honest-
now.
be
Should
honest,
it?
that one, no.
No. Again, I just need a yes or. Should we have more
I
than
just
1
said
clean sheet?
no.
this
I said
season?
no.
Yeah.
I don't rate your defenders at all.
So we should.
No
So
one
we shouldn't have more
destroys
than 1
Hassam
clean
better
sheet
than
this season.
Flawless.
Playing a
to
back
be
5.
honest, no, I don't rate your
So
defense.
playing
at
a, so
all.
1 clean sheet, playing a back 5. We shouldn't have one. We shouldn't have more than 1 clean sheet.
I don't rate a single defender
No,
you have.
forget all of that. Should we
Forget
have
the
I
more
am
than one?
Sam.
Playing
I'm not talking about the
game
players.
back.
I've never
Wait,
been
let
able
me
to see
land.
Hassam
Play
play out at
playing a
Flawless's
back
press
5.
before.
Playing a back 5. Should we have more than 1 clean sheet this season?
In 17 games.
No.
We shouldn't. In 17
Okay,
games, so that's acceptable.
I have an
All right,
explanation.
cool. So,
I
all right,
can
wait,
wait,
hold up.
I'll explain it.
Hold up.
So I said
Hold up,
no.
bro.
Let me explain
Hold
why.
up.
Well,
I don't
Go
rate
on.
Dorgu.
okay.
I think Yoro's too young and too experienced, going to make a lot of
Okay.
mistakes.
Mhm.
De Ligt is the only center back I rate, but he's very
Mhm.
injury prone. But I think Heaven is young as well, going to make mistakes. I don't rate Luke Shaw. I don't rate Mazraoui. I don't rate Diego Dallo. I think that all of these, at best,
Okay.
is a 6 out of 10 defender.
Okay. Do we have a better
Oh
defense
no,
than
I
Sunderland?
don't expect.
Do we
clean
have
sheets.
better
don't.
defenders? Do we have better defenders than Sunderland?
No, you do not. I'm
At
taking
Sunderland-
Ballard over any of your center backs.
Why? Because you've seen him for 10 games.
I'm taking Ballard over any
Because
of your
you've seen him
center-
for 10 games. You can't even name
Over the
Sunderland's back four.
Yeah, but we're talking about this
You
season.
say you take this season. You've seen Ballard. That's it. So you're taking
Yeah,
Ballard
okay.
over De Ligt.
I'm sorry,
You're
I
taking,
don't want.
you're
to
taking
capture
Ballard over
Ballard.
Mazraoui. Wait. You're
I'm
taking Ballard over Mazraoui. Yeah.
Mazraoui is a fullback.
He plays at centre back for us.
Alderete is a Paraguay.
Yeah, do you take? Are you taking? Are you taking Ballard? Are you taking Ballard over Mazraoui?
Yes. If we need a center back,
Oh,
I'm
my
signing
Lord,
Ballard.
man. Okay, cool. All right.
At
We
center
just saying
back, I'm
anything.
taking Ballard. Yes.
All right, we just saying
In a
anything.
back 4, I
All
am.
right, cool. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, but again,
Cool.
I think Flawless. I understand
Whatever
what
you
you're
say,
saying, but
man.
I understand what
All
you're
right,
saying.
man.
You're feeling
Yeah,
the lick,
he's-
man. That's crazy.
All right, man. Yeah, okay, man.
When you say you play a back five,
Watch
a back
this.
5 is 17
Flawless
games, you
used
should have
but
more than
one
clean
defender
sheet.
he
Okay,
rates
cool.
in this argument because he knows. Flawless, do you rate Dorgu?
Yeah, solid,
How much you rate him out of 10?
solid. I just said solid.
So how
Solid
much, like
fullback.
6?
Solid fullback. 6. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Okay, how much
Yeah.
do you rate Luke Shaw?
Don't rate him.
So like, okay,
But I wouldn't
don't
play
rate
him.
like-
No, but I rate. I'll tell you the defenders I do rate. Euro, good enough. Heaven, same. Mazraoui, the same. De Ligt, the same.
Sorry, but hold
Also-
on.
No,
also-
no,
also-
no, no,
also-
no,
also-
no, I wanna
also-
argue this.
All solid.
I just
Euro
can I
and
just
Heaven,
ask?
Euro and Heaven, I don't disagree with you, but just because
Do you
of their
think our,
age,
okay, let me ask you, do you
They
think
will
our
make
defense is
mistakes
average?
because they're
Do you think our defense is average at best? You think it's average? Or you think
I
it's
think
below
the
average?
defense is below average.
Okay, cool. So get me below average performances then. It's not even below average. This is the point I'm making. Get the best out of it. Now what? See, you got nothing to say now. Get me below average. We don't even perform below average. See, this is my point. People can't gaslight me with this nonsense. I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? You just said there it's below average. Cool. So let's say hypothetically, I agree with you that it's below average. Get me below average performances. Below average is not 1 clean sheet in 17.
That's fine. And even I said,
okay, cool. So that's my overall point. Then get the most out of what you have, is because even if we perform to a below average standard, you know how much better we would be if our defense was performing to a below average level. Even though I don't think it's below average, I think it's decent overall. So what are we talking about here? How Sunderland conceded 10 less goals than us, 11? No, I don't think there's 11 goal difference between us and Sunderland. No, I don't. I think that's crazy. I think that's batshit crazy. But here we are.
Okay, fairs. Let me just grab these supers. I'm gonna move on, talk about next topic. By the way, okay, one sec. I'm gonna message in the private chat. Big up to 123 who says big up the panel except Lewis. I agree with this message wholeheartedly. Garnacho's 21. What makes you say confident he ought to improve? How do you judge a young player's ceiling that early?
Someone can't listen, because when did I say that this was his ceiling? I literally agreed with I think either Dio or Jay that said like he's 21 as like a positive, and I said, yeah, give me the argument that he can improve. I hear it. I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing right now. You can't listen. Big up for the donation. Hassam appreciates it.
Thank you. Send more.
When did I ever say that this was his ceiling?
I'm
People
such an
just
asshole.
put words in my mouth. Pause. The fuck.
Big up Hamid who says, big up Zimbabwe, let's get that W. Brother, you're Bosnian. You haven't even qualified the World Cup. What are you doing? Eden Dzeko still plays for you. Vater didn't know who he was 20 years ago, brother. He made his City debut in like 2012. And he's still your striker up top. 13 years later, I was in school.
Vater's like, no, Dzeko was hot news for Wolfsburg. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like Dzeko was... I like Dzeko. It does show the decline of strikers a little bit, or does it show it's more about teams than individuals in 25, 26? Well, yeah, man. What's the next topic, Hussam?
Next topic, because Mr. Important person next to me has to go. Has to be Arsenal City first, and then we'll end with Liverpool, because we just need me and you for Liverpool. But we need Vater here for the title race. Big up to everyone locked in. Like, share, comment. I actually enjoyed that Man United section. Proper back and forth, good debate. You get me, just like the old days. That was actually enjoyable. I miss arguing with Flawless every week sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time.
Come on, give you shot, verbal sparring.
Sometimes. Kryptonite met Kryptonite. The first time I worked with Flawless, I was so rattled. Then I was like, okay, I need to learn how to work.
Like, this guy is crazy. That's the craziest part. You did it to yourself.
You know one guy, you make tactical adjustment. That's Flawless. You have to be very careful the wording of the stuff that you say. No, 1 second, you fraud. Let me teach the people.
No, I said no. I was complimenting you. I said I wish my manager made tactical adjustments. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? United mode. That's what it is. Sky, I'm livid, man. My head's been hot since Monday, and it's fucking Tuesday.
You need to know, like, choose your words carefully with Flawless, because you will use it back in an argument. Be careful how you sentence things. Be careful how you build up your argument, because he is waiting for you to make that one little thing, and he's gonna grab onto it immediately. So you have to be very, very, very tactical with the way you speak with Flawless. This is the toughest debates on YouTube, is by far with Flawless. 4 years on this platform. The most difficult football race. Biggest probably biggest arguments we've had as well. There were some arguments on Better Than North. People think it was bad on Back Again. Go watch Better Than North. Better Than North was literally just being Flawless, bro. Matisse was out here putting out red cards like a fucking nerd. No one listened to your red card, bro. No one listened. Bro. We went back to arguing anyway. So what does Jordan have? Petra up front? Jordan actually are an Asian Cup finalist, and we qualified to the World Cup 2 years ago. You're still in the playoffs. Also, has Bosnia ever made a Euro final? No. Hold that. Now, back to the topic. Title race. Vater, does the shark smell blood? I'll start with the challenger first.
Do I smell blood? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm very observant. I like to monitor my prey. If you want to use the shark analogy, I'd like to see how things are happening over there. And the last 2 games have given me some confidence when I look at how Arsenal have been performing. There's always been that question on how do they deal with pressure, and I mean they're getting the results, but how they're doing it is giving me some confidence with regards to closing this gap and being in a position to maybe take advantage as the season close out. But it's game week 17, so I'm not putting too much in this. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of changes. We both could make some moves in the January transfer window. I like how many want to make this title race strictly a City and Arsenal. I think that bodes well for some people that like to be under the radar.
Be part of this?
Who else should be in it?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, let me use the bars that you used a lot last year, Hussam. I spoke to many fans, and nobody talked about Liverpool with a new manager not spending in the window to be in this title race. Yeah, now this guy goes off camera. Now, to use that same energy, before nobody talked about City being in this title race. Nobody. So I'm looking at this as, you know what? Teams are going to be up and down. I still don't know the quality of this league. I've been listening to like Flawless and others. I don't know if it's going to require this 90+ performance to really win this. So I'm not counting out certain clubs. And this fraud, Don Hussam.
You not counting out, Vale?
The fixtures that are coming up, for Liverpool, I can't ignore. I think if City slip up, if Arsenal slip up, it's not just going to be us two. I'm still looking over my shoulder because this Liverpool have too much firepower over there, and they actually have an experience of winning this league, and they can go on a winning run with no pressure. This is the difference. Many clubs, many managers and players play a lot better when there's no pressure, no expectations. And I don't want to take Liverpool off the hook just yet. But as I look at Arsenal, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good being 2 points off the best team in Europe, the best team in England.
You say you feel? Oh, never mind. Sorry, go.
So my players, I'm dealing with no Marmoush, no Ait Nouri, AFCON. We'll see how I perform. I'm dealing with a team that looks to be clicking but are still playing in the second gear. Like we're scoring goals. We score goals for fun. Like this whole set piece, long throw-ins, right? Corner ball, low block. That ain't us. In all fairness, we should have been the game solely played on Sunday because people should have been entertained with beautiful football. But my club is still trying to find their way. When we lock up this defense, when we figure out how to keep the rotation that's needed, Nico G is my only 6. He's my Rodri replacement. If we figured out a way to kind of keep that balance, hey, I think it's City and it's Arsenal's crumbling is the only way I win this Prem. Arsenal's crumbling is how I win this Prem. And they've been known to do it. So I'm optimistic.
Not even a crumble like that, though. You're only a few points off him.
Yeah, Vega, how many points you think it will be?
But you mentioned that extra.
Vega, you mentioned right at the start about
we always score an Arsenal collapse. It's just standard procedure.
Oh yeah, we know that will happen. Vega, you mentioned about it not being like you don't think it's the highest quality. It's not going to be 90 points. You think it'd be like 80s, high 80s, low 80s?
Yeah. I think it might be a case of it being like mid 80s, mid to high 80s.
I've known him long enough. He's raging right now.
This is factual information.
No. Dio's been around the block. He knows how this league goes.
Oh, Dio's raging 100%.
No, he's nice and calm. He's probably looking up some stats right now. He's in the Arsenal group chat. They're telling him what to say. I think
I'm watching Fulham, Nottingham Forest. You're here telling me about. I'm listening to you and I'm watching the game. You're talking about
score. Dio, what's the score?
1-0. Fulham just scored right now. There's a pen. But I'm trying to pull it back up. It crashed, and that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, pen goals. Yeah.
Oh my God, Fulham gone up with us.
Actually, is halftime over? Let me put back on the AFCON game.
Yeah, it's 50 minutes in.
Halftime.
Nice.
Started second half.
But
I just want to add a little bit of bit aside to your main course.
Sorry,
Brentford above Spurs. Oh, no, I'm surprised about that. Yeah, man, Leeds are coming for us. But yeah, that's a story for another day. Life comes at you fast. I am very happy with how Man City are attacking this Arsenal challenge. I think you can make the argument, and this is an argument that Dio, I think you're gonna have to appreciate and understand. And I think in your heart of hearts, you're gonna say, Jay, you're right, and I'm gonna find it difficult to disagree with you. Who am I kidding, Dio? You're gonna argue with me because the point I'm gonna make is the team that scores the most goals tends to win the Premier League.
Don't say that. You're not allowed to say that, Jay. Jay, you're not allowed to say that.
That's what it is. I think 10 out of the last 11 seasons, the team with the best attack has won the league.
No, you're supposed to be talking about the defense. You're supposed to emphasize the defense.
No, because this is the point, and it's crystallized to me over the weekend and last week, the 2 own goals versus Wolves, the penalty versus Everton. It's a bit like, to me, Arsenal had the best defense in previous seasons, and they didn't win. So what makes me think now, even though they were my favorites coming in, because I'm not seeing an overt improvement in just the clinicalness and the winning the games, and it's just I feel like there's a high potential that in the next couple of months they're gonna get caught. I think they've done a great job with the injuries and the fixtures they've already played, but
I agree.
Against Wolves, against Everton, yeah, sure, get over the line, but I don't know. I just feel like they're not showing quite enough for me to think that at the end of this season they're going to be there. But I don't know.
Can I present the other side of the argument? I think against Wolves, I agree completely. Wolves' performance stank against Everton.
Hot garbage.
Trossard literally hits the post in an empty net, and Saka's shot basically gets cleared off the line by one of the centre backs. Like they could have won that game by 2 or 3 goals.
Zubimendi also struck the post. We struck the post twice.
I never felt
again, it's not like there were no chances of scoring.
I never felt like Everton posed any threat really. Wolves is different. I think Wolves was a bad performance, but Everton
I'll say this, Hossam, right? In response to what you said, Jay, if you believe that, you believe that. That's for you to believe. I will simply let you know that the team that collects the most 3 points and stops people from scoring against them wins the league. It's not about how many goals you score. If you're scoring 5 and then other teams are able to catch up to 5-4 and almost score 5-5, where you could have dropped points just because you score multiple goals in a game, if you don't see that game out, if your defense is leaky and you can drop 6 draws, 7 draws like we did last season, you can't win the league with that. All you need is all you need is a 3 points. Go into the games that you need to go into and get the 3 points. You can talk about a convincing win. You can talk about the performances. I can simply let you know that, look, I know how well and how good this Arsenal team can perform. We saw it in October. We saw it in November. There will be downtimes. And in those downtimes, collect your 3 points. Recoup yourself and then pick yourself up again. If people are expecting this team to perform at 100% throughout the entire season for 38 games, it's a joke. Like, no team can do that. Nobody is going to come here and tell me that there's one team that has gone from beginning of the season, played at the same pace consistently for all 38 games. You will have your downtimes. And these are the downtimes for Arsenal. Again, no excuses or anything. We're playing badly, but collect the 3 points because you know how consistent you can be. You showed that consistency at the beginning of the season. So good enough for us. Get the 3 points. It's the team that collects the most 3 points that wins the league. So this scoring the most, it don't mean nothing to me. Like if I score 1 goal and it's 1-0 in every game from now to the end of the season, I win the league. It doesn't matter if they score 6-5, 7-2, 8-1. If they do the same, I'm still 2 points ahead of them till the end of the season. If they win every game from now to the end of the season, I win every game from now to the end of the season, scoring.
It's impossible. You play each other.
Wait, Jay, let him. We had him. We had him, and you. No, you should.
Jay, I agree with you that it's impossible. What I'm saying is, even if that is the case, like if that happens, let's just assume that happens. I'm not saying it's a possibility. I'm saying let's assume that world exists, regardless whether it's 1-0 or it's 7-1. It's 3 points that matter. It's 3 points that matter.
You play each other. You both can't win all your games.
I know that. I'm just saying. Oh my God! I just agreed. I said I know we're going to play each other, Jay. My point is 3 points is all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're scoring 7-1 or I'm scoring 1-0. My point is about the league is your bread and butter. It's 3 points. It's you go in there, collect your 3 points. So yes, you can outscore. Fair enough. That's entertaining football. I like entertaining football. I enjoyed the game. I watched it. I thought City was amazing. I was like, this is some good football. Great stuff. Score as many goals as you want. But if you score as many goals and then they counter, look at against Fulham, against Leeds. Like if you're doing that against a better team in the league, they catch up and you draw that game. The point is, I can go into a game conveniently score one, and feel comfortable that I can go on to win that game because my defense can shut stuff out. That's so whoever collects the most 3 points for me wins the league.
All right. Dio, you did your Michael Owen with the obvious. Whoever outscores the other team wins the game. Yeah, we get that. Whoever scores the most 3 points wins the league.
Jay said that. I just talked about point system.
I said the team that scores the most goals.
Jay said that.
I said the team that scores the most goals. Your point is different to mine. You said,
well,
if you get more 3 points, you're going to win the league. That's the Michael Owen comment he's referring
No, but it is. That's
our
what
point
the is about.
Don't look me in with you. Don't try and drag me down with you.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. You see, he's saying that I said the team that scores the most. I didn't say that. I said Jay said that. All I'm saying is the team that collects the most 3 points, because I've seen teams score 2-0, like with Chelsea against Chelsea this weekend. Newcastle were up 2-0. Newcastle played better in the first half. In the second half, what happened? They played rubbish. Chelsea came and they dropped points. So my point is, you can.
Newcastle have dropped the most points from winning positions.
Exactly. So my point is, you can score a lot of goals, but if your defense is leaky enough where you can drop points from there, you're not winning the league with that. That's all I'm saying.
When the season started, I said Arsenal were my logical favourites. Before Arsenal started dropping points,
why do you guys, all of you, this is all of you are guilty of this, except Dio. Why do you always exaggerate Arsenal's negatives and minimize City's negatives?
Oh, this is funny coming from you.
And then exaggerate City positives. I don't get it.
I don't do none of that.
When do I do that? I just call them bottle jobs.
Brother.
Keep it simple.
I don't do none of that. I definitely don't minimize City.
Go ahead, Hussam. Coddle Arsenal. Go ahead. Coddle them.
He's got this love affair with Arsenal. I don't know what it is.
It's because he don't want City to win the league.
It would be nice to allow me to speak, guys. It would be amazing if I
get the opportunity
to say 3 sentences. You guys accused Dio of interrupting. You've all interrupted me. All I'm
because you tried to speak for 5 of us.
People used to say the same thing, and I was a viewer of content before I became a content creator. People used to say the same thing about Liverpool. Liverpool are in 18-19. Liverpool always bottled it. Look, you were 13 points behind, above and bottled it. You were 10 points above and bottled it. 08-09, 13-14. Gerrard slipped. Blah blah blah.
They were right.
At what point in time are we just changing, like just saying basically Arsenal
until you prove otherwise? That's what happens.
You know what Arsenal. You know how Arsenal should. As much as it pains me to agree with Vader, he's right. Winning it shuts everybody up. Arsenal win the league. Go win the league, and it shuts everybody up.
Okay, to all of you. If Arsenal win the Champions League, are they still bottle jobs?
No,
they've just won a champs.
Just won a champs.
No, this is the point.
It's lose and make excuses.
But
one is next year will be our year when City fall off, we're going to win it. Then City fell off and Liverpool won it, and they waffled about the ref, and I'm meant to believe them now. Fuck it, go win a trophy. Win a trophy.
If the bottom line is
about my team wins trophies.
Hold on, if the bottom line is just go win the trophy, we shouldn't be talking football. I shouldn't be on this panel.
No. Dio, what we're not going to do is listen. At the end of the day, Dio.
Jay, I've been quiet.
What do you mean?
I've been quiet throughout the whole season.
Listen, I barely made a point on this Arsenal thing. I said one thing. Everyone. It went around the room. I'm going to give you one more point. I'll go back to you and I'll let you finish. What I'm trying to say about this overarching point is that when I've been watching Arsenal, your margin for wins is smaller than City's, whether you like it or not. It's clear when you watch the games. Yeah, the two penalties against Wolves, the game against Chelsea. Now, I can accept that you've maybe had tough away games. Yeah, and you've done well to get those results. But you can't ignore the fact that City seem to be able to have a bigger margin when they win games than you. And that will eventually, like it has in previous years, catch up. In theory, people in the chat want to say, why don't we give Arsenal the benefit of the doubt? Why would we? They haven't earned the benefit of the doubt. They haven't shown that they're capable of getting over the line. I don't want to talk
about benefit of the doubt. I want to talk about.
No, that's what some of the people in the chat are saying. I'm saying we're holding Arsenal. No, hold on. We're holding Arsenal to champions standards.
Let Jay land, and then we'll go to Dio after.
Listen, I'm saying we're holding Arsenal to champion standards. Yeah, we're not holding you to the same standards we hold Chelsea to. We're holding you to the standard that it seems on paper necessary for Arsenal to win the league. So when we see the storm crowds brewing of similar issues you've had in previous seasons, it's okay to point them out. We can be proven wrong, and we can be shown that you've grown, you've developed, you're not the same Arsenal, you've got grit, you're going to get over the line. But people can see, when you're running into the finish line, we can see you tightening up a little bit. Maybe Gabriel comes back, fixes it all. Maybe Havertz come back, fixes it all. But I'm saying it's clear that, you guys, City are growing a little bit, and you guys are not quite at your best.
I can only speak for Arsenal. I can't speak for City.
I'll speak for City after you, Dial.
If City are growing, great for them. This Arsenal team last season lose that Everton game that we played yesterday. This Arsenal team last season lose the Newcastle game that we played. This Arsenal team last season, with the players we had injured, lose a bunch more games that we talk. The Wolves game, we draw that game last season. This Arsenal team, this is the team that you can say, from last season, you can point everything you said right now applies to last season. Everything you said right now applies to the season before that as well. I can agree to that. But these were the games where we dropped points. Last season alone, 14 games that we drew in. 6 of them we had red cards in, and we played with 10 men. Stupidity. We shouldn't be doing that. In those type of games, last season against Everton, we drew 1-1 both games, home and away. What are we talking about here? This Arsenal team has not been able to go to that Everton in the last 3 years and get a point out of there. They got Marmouche. So again, when you say
hold that motherfucker, I told you Zimbabwe is known for being the shit Zambia. Hold that. No one knows Zimbabwe. Nothing football nation.
When you say that this Arsenal team, so when you say this Arsenal team is showing signs of weaknesses, I beg to differ. In the last 4 away games we've played, the last 3 away games, we've dropped points. In this away game, I expected us to just go there and get the points. Stable the ship first, go away, get points, get your heads level. It's Christmas. You have another game with Crystal Palace. Get in there, do what you need to do. Play your next game at the weekend, rest. Then come back next year. If I had to look at last season's run of what Arsenal did, if we replicate what we did last season, in the second half of last season, winning 14 out of 16 games and drawing 1 game, at the rate at which we did it, if we replicate that this season, with the players that we have right now and people coming back from injury, I think we do well. So you here telling me that, we're showing weaknesses. The weakness would have dropped points against Everton.
Do you understand?
Can I please speak?
With all due respect,
you have to show it first.
No.
Yeah, with all due respect, and you also caught Everton at an amazing time with AFCON.
Jay, let me finish.
My Canadian Egyptian, let's go.
Jay, let me.
Brother, I celebrated 5 minutes ago. Wake up. What's up? Channel?
Yeah, I watched it. Let me celebrate when I see it.
Hussam, I agree with you that we have. Hussam,
Canadian Egyptian,
we have to prove it by winning the league, right?
Egyptian Canadian.
That's when you talk about winning the trophy, Hussam. I agree with you. We need to go win the trophy to prove we can win the trophy. I'm talking about in one game or game by game. This Arsenal team last season dropped points against this Everton that we played.
We heard that. Dial, can I speak
My
now?
point is, game by game this season, we showed that the mistakes we made last season in individual games going forward, we've been able to rectify them and at least stable the ship. So for me, that is an improvement. It's fine margins.
Yeah. Fine margins. So let me speak of this improvement, because had it not been for a bozo doing his best Van Dijk impression for Everton, that's a draw. And the problem that we're pointing out, the thing that we're pointing out, and when Jay brings up the marginal or the fine margins with regards to how you're able to win, or I should say not drop points, it's a lot more tense with how you're going about it right now. Now, I hear you, Dial. You'd be like, yeah, we can go the entire season 1-0. But that's a stressful 1-0 to go game by game by game.
Who cares? Like,
I let you speak uninterrupted, and then you show no manners. And every time I make a point, you want to speak. Put yourself on mute and let me make this point. You can disagree after the fact.
I don't care if it's 1-0 all the way to the end of the season. I don't care. All your hypotheticals that you're trying to do about, it's more stressful and all that, it's bull. It's bull and crap. It's 3 points on the line here. I go into a game, I get 3 points, and I walk out. You want to tell me that, oh, just because it was a tense game. I don't care how tense it is. I don't. Genuinely, I don't. So
ultimately, we don't believe in Arsenal to win a major.
Waiter, cannot throw a hissy fit. Can you just talk now? Talk. Go ahead.
What? I let the man speak. What kind of hissy fit am I doing?
You interrupted me. You're so disrespectful. Can you just talk?
You know what's crazy?
No. I'm done. I made my point. He didn't agree with it.
You got no manners. You got no
Hassan was
manners.
just complaining about us interrupting him. You know, that's the baddest part about this.
Are on the way. You just
This is
hate
where we
it,
get the
Io.
two-man power trip of gaslighting, bro.
Let me get a maple syrup.
yeah, I'm like the whole idea. The whole idea is like
Goat tears, man. Absolutely goat.
Anytime we talk about like the game is and the Everton game was a comfortable game. It was
same shit about Arsenal.
the Everton game was a comfortable game for Arsenal.
Oh my! You know what's so funny?
The Everton game was a comfortable game. It was a
No,
very
it wasn't,
comfortable
bro.
game.
You should have given away a penalty, and I completely forgot about that.
Okay, hold on. Yorker should have gotten a penalty that was given last season.
What? No, it wasn't, bro.
But that was not a pen, man. He went down on the minimal contact.
And then
You want to talk
allow
about
it.
Saliba's penalty, right? You want to talk about Saliba's penalty? Aston Villa last season, no, the season before. Douglas Lewis.
Why are we talking about last season?
Gabriel Jesus.
No, we're talking about 2 seasons ago. It's not even last season. It's 22, 23, 24.
22, 24. I remember Douglas Lewis did the same thing.
No, we don't remember. We're talking about this season.
2 seasons ago.
Come here and talk
Who
about
cares?
You should have gotten a penalty. It was not a penalty, my friend. First and foremost, I don't care what you say about it.
And your career is what a pen. I'm just saying.
It was a
but
penalty.
we've
It was
seen it given.
100% a penalty.
Given.
See, and
My
Dio,
point
you
is-
sound more
my point is-
disingenuous
my
when you
point is
say
I've
stuff
seen it
like
given,
this.
right?
We can't
I
take
didn't-
you
listen,
seriously
I didn't bring up the
when you
penalty.
can't
You brought
say
it up.
we got
So if
away
you
with
bring
one.
up penalties, I will list every single one that
Bro,
was
what
not
do you
given.
mean? You
You brought up
you
the
bring up
issue.
every bad decision you get given,
I haven't
and
said
now
anything
you
about
get
bad
a
decision.
decision you don't
I
want
haven't
to talk
said
about
anything-
it.
I
It
haven't
wasn't
said
a
anything about
penalty.
that decision. I simply said that's not a penalty for me.
It was a penalty. It was clearly a
Yeah, it was
penalty.
a clear penalty. The
Listen,
Saliba one was a pen. It was clear.
if you say Saliba one was a
Dio,
penalty,
brother, I love
Dio.
you, but that was a penalty.
I said for me,
It's
was
clear
it
as
okay?
day.
Gabriel Jesus own. What
We
happened?
have to be honest. Saliba kicked
Oh
his
my
I
head.
already said, but I didn't get this penalty 2 seasons ago away at Villa Park in November. Like, what?
No. Listen again. I've seen those given and not given. Hence why I said. No, but it's true.
This
We've
is
seen it
driving
given
me
and not
crazy.
given.
I
I'm going on
can't
mute.
wait until
I'm
you lot
going
go
on mute.
trophy.
Again, let me tell you the funny thing about it. Listen, I don't even listen. For me, if they give the penalty, I would not be mad.
Consider yourself a trophy winner with a conference league.
Okay,
Listen,
so hold on.
we're
If
world
they give the
champions,
penalty,
you
you
bum.
won't be mad, but it's not a penalty. How does that work?
Because
Big
I
up the
said,
American
again,
world champ.
if you listen with the,
Yeah, man,
you know,
that's
take
one
off-
of the compliments we
take
owe.
off your banter earmuff so you can hear what I said. I've seen it given and not given. So for me, as a fan, I'm happy that they did not give it against. And I'm like, oh, I'll take that because they are inconsistent with it. If they gave the penalty, I will understand why they gave it, and I'll be like, you know what, darn, we got paid like this, but it is what it is. Go on and win the game. So my point is, I'm speaking as an Arsenal fan, saying, hey, fair enough, you didn't give it, I'll take that. No issues, not a pen for me too. If the referee says not a pen, but I've seen those given and not given.
Yeah,
That's
it was
my
a
point.
penalty.
Yeah,
It
for
was
you, your rival fan, yes, you will say
it was
that.
late.
Not for it wasn't a pen for him, Jay.
Yeah?
Wasn't a pen
Yeah,
for him.
but the thing is,
Hold on. Wait, so Dio, that game against Villa, were you calling for that Jesus shackle to be a penalty?
It
Was I
was.
calling for it to be penalty? Yes, I was.
Exactly.
Then you're
That's what I'm saying.
can't be
Again,
Guys,
again,
why are
Lewis,
we giving any?
Lewis, what did I just say right now? It's almost like you didn't hear anything I just said. I said I
No,
did.
you originally said it wasn't a penalty. You originally said it wasn't a penalty. Your opening point was it's not a penalty. It wasn't a penalty.
Lewis, I said I've seen it given and I've seen it not
No,
given.
that wasn't your
As a
opening point. Your
fan,
opening point was it wasn't
Jay,
a penalty. Rewind, watch.
Jay, let me finish what
Why,
I'm saying.
Why do we think this opinion's credible? Let's move on.
Why? Let me.
Wow, Vader. Wow.
He already said.
Veta has no. Listen, Veta has no common sense.
What's
That's why
your
he's talking
opinion, credible Vader, huh?
Veta has no.
No,
common sense. That's
you
why
didn't.
he's talking
You're not listening, Hussam. I think you're either watching the game or you're on TikTok. I don't know what you're doing. He already contradicted himself. Dio already contradicted himself. That's why I'm saying let's move on.
It's because you're listening to respond and not even.
No, I'm not listening to respond. I'm listening on mute. I haven't said a thing.
I simply said I've seen those penalties given and not given. As a fan, listen to what I'm saying again. As an Arsenal fan,
I'm done
if it
listening
happens
with
to
this.
me, I don't want them to give that
But
penalty.
Dio,
right?
that doesn't make it any more a penalty or
No,
not.
no,
Just
again,
because Just because penalties are given or not given doesn't make it anymore.
He has my opinion. I'm giving him my opinion. I agree. You say in the box, kick a player penalty by the rule of the law. That's a pen in the book. Fair enough. But I've seen those given and not given. If it happens to me as a fan, I'm like, please don't give it against me. But if it happens for me, I'll be happy if you give it to me. That's what I'm saying. It's that simple.
But you said it was a penalty in your eyes when it happened to you. Then saying when the same situation happens against you, it's not a penalty.
As a fan, I did not say, again, I said by the rule of the law. What did I say, Lewis? What did I say?
Well, you said you didn't see it as a penalty, and then I asked you about the Jesus challenge from 2 years ago, and you said you thought that was a penalty.
What did I say right now, Flawless? Flawless probably the only person that heard me. I said by the rule of the law, kick a player in the box, it's a penalty. But if as a fan, again, I said as a fan, by the rule of the law, kick a player in the box, that's a penalty. Fair enough, that's the rule. As a fan, if it happens to me and you don't give the penalty, I'll be happy to take that. But if it happens for me, I'll take the penalty too. That's what I'm saying. But
I think you're now diverting it to how you feel as a fan, as opposed to what you are right.
I already said by the rule of the law.
Moving them goalposts a little bit.
Lewis, what does by the rule of the law kick a player in the box? It's a penalty. What does that mean?
But you weren't saying that before. You were just saying you didn't view that as a penalty, but you viewed the Jesus challenge as a penalty.
When I said
it's only when he was
now that we pressed you on it, you had to change the goalposts.
Jay asked me what Dayo's opinion was, and I said as a fan. I started by saying as a fan. But you
I don't think you
want to hear that. No, of course you
don't. I don't think he said as a fan.
I didn't hear that.
What did I say? Jay, what did I say? Jay, what did I say?
You said it wasn't a penalty. That was your opening point was it wasn't a penalty.
I said,
and then you brought up the Gyökeres dance and said that's a penalty.
Context. You said it was not a penalty, and I said it was definitely a penalty. And you said no, it wasn't a penalty.
Go back
and we had 20 seconds of back and forth before you even started talking about as a fan.
Don't do that. I started by saying
Jay's exactly right. Jay's exactly right.
On video.
The screen
is
good.
You can't gaslight me. This is
I'm not gaslighting you.
That is what you said.
Let me quote myself verbatim. I said, for me, it is not a penalty. I said, for me.
I'm gonna rewind.
That's how I speak. Go back.
I'm gonna watch this now. Well done.
For me, it's not a penalty.
I'm gonna watch this.
For me. That's what I said. I said, for me, it's not a penalty. Your question was to me. And I said, for me, it's not a penalty. And he said, I said it definitely is not a penalty. I said, no, for me, it's not a penalty. Right?
Until it's against you, then it's a penalty.
Of course, as a fan. That's what I want.
Oh, wow. He just admitted this as well.
No, I've been saying that.
He's been admitting it. This is why I don't know why we're still on this point.
Getting out of
entertainment.
I've been saying
okay, so now away from the penalty.
Just on the
title race point, Flawless. Flawless. What's going to change your opinion on Arsenal bottling it or not? Tell me.
Don't ball it. Win the league.
Oh, great.
Like what we talking about? Like, and again with them, we balling it. I've said the same thing about Arsenal, like consistently and in particular this season. It's Arsenal's biggest issue is Mikel Arteta. They have the squad and have the team this season to win the league. But if they have a better manager previously in the last 3 seasons, they win at least one of those leagues. If you're on top of the league for 93% of the time, 94% of the time, you should win it. Don't tell me about injuries. Don't tell me about suspensions. You should win it without doubt. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Go win the league. That shuts everybody up. Do I think they're good enough to get? Do I think Arsenal's team and squad is good enough to get over the line and win the league? Yes. I think that about them in the Champions League. Also, yes. The biggest obstacle is Mikel.
Hold on, Dyer. So you said as a fan it wasn't a penalty.
I mean, for me, of course, I don't want them to give it against me. As a fan, I
tried, chat. I tried.
That's cool, man. Let them go to China.
I said for me, and then I kept on saying as a fan.
So just to go for it again.
Who cares? You should have gotten the penalty. It was not a penalty, my friend. First and foremost,
it was not a penalty, my friend. First and foremost,
take it back to what did I say before that? Start the whole thing. Don't go clipping.
No, we don't remember. We're 24.
22, 24. I remember. I said, remember Douglas Luiz did the same thing.
No, we don't remember. We're talking about this season. Seasons ago.
Come here and talk
Who cares?
You should have gotten a penalty. It was not a penalty, my friend. First and foremost, I don't care.
Is that far back enough?
That was not when he asked me the question. That was when I was talking about.
Yeah, because the first thing you said was that you should have got pen.
Okay, so guys, I went back and rewatched it just now. So when I said to Dio, it was a penalty. The very first thing he said was Gyökeres. Yeah, he immediately went to Gyökeres. Didn't say anything about the point. The next point he made was, "Do you remember Aston Villa?" Yeah.
Oh, classic
And
Arsenal fan.
last season, the other season, Douglas Luiz, and then he finally said it was not a penalty, my friend. And that was the entire gambit of what he said before he remotely started talking about being a fan.
Remember when I talked about YouTube sociopaths?
So shame on
remember
you
that?
for lying after the fact.
Just lighting gooners at it again,
Shame
man.
on who? For me, it's
YouTube sociopaths. That's an example right there.
For me, it's not a penalty. It's that simple. You can say whatever you want. You can.
That wasn't what you said at the start. You just said it wasn't a penalty. You didn't say for you.
No, but
you said it wasn't
I
a penalty.
emphasized that because you kept on interrupting when I was trying to explain about.
Because we had to press you on that, brother. That's
you didn't
why.
have to press me initially when you asked me. I said
because it was a penalty.
The,
and then afterwards you said, "Oh, but this one from
what?
2 years ago that we didn't get should have been a penalty
for you. It's not a penalty for me.
All right, let's save Dio and move on. Let's save Dio and move on, please. Let's move on to something.
It's a penalty for you. It's not a penalty for me. Whatever you want to call it, call it. Why would I? Of course,
no. Let's move on, Dio. It's okay.
Me.
It's okay. Let's move on.
We'll move on, Dio.
This league race is going to have a lot of people stressed. We're going to see whether Arsenal can do what they haven't been able to do the last 4 seasons. All right.
Do you believe they will do it, Bayo?
Do I believe that?
Are you asking me?
No. I'm asking.
No one's asking you, Dio. No one's asking you.
That's Bayo. Do you think Arsenal will win this league?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've often said that I bank on my team to do it. I bank on my manager. I bank on my players to do it. I know we weren't favorites to do this, but I don't care. Right? I know that we're not top of the league at Christmas.
What the hell are you showing? Can you explain it, please?
Oh yeah.
This is every time I'll go top at Christmas.
So
Thank you, Lewis. I can read. The point is letting him explain it because he's entertaining. Go ahead, Vader.
Oh, sorry. I'll improve.
Be a good
Lewis
host.
is entertaining too. My Blue Brother's entertaining too. But listen, the they happen to be Arsenal.
Out.
Already out.
I'm beaten in 6, you fraud.
He's got a point there.
Hold that, bro. Stay silent. Go on, Vader.
I think I'm on a 7-game streak right now. Kind of calm. I'm not really playing my best ball right now, but I'm behind. I'm not top of the league at Christmas. This team, they, which happens to be Arsenal, are celebrating early Christmas gift, early holiday. They're top of the league, and I'm just pointing out, let's chill. Y'all been top of the league before, right? I know some like to bring up past examples on why things will happen and why things won't happen. I'm going to be neutral. Numbers don't lie. Don't accuse me of being emotional. Don't say that I'm hyping up one side and downplaying another. Factually, Arsenal, have been top of the league 4 times. 2002, 2003, top of the league at Christmas. Ooh, happy times. Guess what? My man Flawless handled the business. 2007, 2008, hey, happy times again, top of the league at Christmas. Arsenal, what did Flawless do? Slapped them up, reminded them, hey, it doesn't matter where you are at Christmas time.
When the Prem and the Champs.
Now, when it comes down to Manchester City, 2022, 2023, we handled our business. The 2023, 2024, trouble season. You know what I'm saying? So, we're comfortable. We're comfortable not being top at Christmas time.
I can't lie to you. Until Arsenal win this league, this narrative is never going to end. It's as simple as that.
But that's the whole point. I said when you asked me the question
40 minutes ago.
It's legit.
I know, Flawless. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I'm just
but
saying.
Lewis made it about referees again.
How they shut everybody up.
That was not
winning the league. I know you're not disagreeing. I'm just saying like that's the thing when and this ain't Dio, but when Arsenal fans complain about people not giving them the benefit of the doubt, people overly analyzing them, people being overly critical, which I believe that happens, is because of what they've done. The reason why people
also the fan base, Flawless.
Some of the fan base, like I said, I don't put Dio in that. I don't think that. I think Dio is
wait, what?
I don't put Dio in that.
Dio drives the bus. I think it's called.
You don't put Dio with that.
I think it's called.
Man. This one a pen for Everton, but it's a pen for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what's it called?
The for me part.
I'm saying, but when I say that, I'm saying in general. Like when Dio's talking about Arsenal, I think he's fair with his assessment.
Yes, but you know, like
you
I think it's called
don't consume enough
Schadenfreude.
of his content.
So, boys, you know, like Schadenfreude. So basically, pleasure derived.
That's all that is. Again, nobody wins the league in December. You can talk about go on and win the trophy.
You don't win it in May.
Hold on, let me just you can say
Got him.
you can say go win a trophy and that's the only way you prove it. You're right. That's at the end of the season. But if we're talking about games over the weekend, where I've talked about how United played, we've talked about how City played very well, we've talked about the Chelsea playing well in the second half. I think the game we played against Everton is a game that, like I said earlier, we would lose before, or we would drop points. But in this game, it was more controlled. Everton did not threaten us. I don't think
they were missing their.
I think people are looking at it with that performances.
I know.
think it's a performance thing.
But for me, flawless.
For me,
This
is the
for
key
me, this is
word.
a better performance because this is games that we lost last season and we dropped points in.
Yeah.
But you could easily have dropped points in this game had you been rightly given a penalty again.
And I get
Again, we struck the bar.
Let's not put context into this, Jay.
You can say we were rightly given the penalty. The guy threw his hands up. Fair enough. That's on him. If that penalty did not happen, we still created chances to the point where we were close enough. So again,
but that's the point, Dio. You don't score these chances. You didn't score the chances versus Wolves. You didn't score. You don't score the chances. You
don't create enough chances as well.
You create decent XG opportunities, but you're always a set piece or a penalty or an own goal at the moment. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Let me give you the breakdown. In August and September, it was set piece is not sustainable.
You lost the Brazilian Cup final to Corinthians. Hold that, you bum.
In August, it was set piece.
Oh,
In October, we didn't concede any shots on goal. In November, we were the team
in
that scored
October,
the
you
most
guys were talking
goals.
about breaking the Chelsea record. Where are you at now?
No, I never said that. I never said that. You know what? If you rivals want to take what you go and do on Twitter and those spaces that you go to and bring it here to me, that's nonsense. I never said we're breaking the Chelsea record.
Yeah, well, that's
I've never ever said anything about the
anyway.
record. You're the one who brings all that.
You forgot where you came from, Hussam. Relax.
So
He still
No,
speaks
no.
about Liverpool in a title race.
exactly, like you go and bring those nonsense from wherever, and then you say, "Oh, well, you guys said." I never said that. If you're gonna address me about anything I said, address me about anything that I have said.
Okay, guys. Okay. Dio. They're never gonna believe you until you win the league. Let me just grab these.
So there's no point in me being here. Then I'll just wait till the end of the season when we win the league.
No,
then I'll
you can
join
still
back.
talk about the game.
you can still
Dio, you can still talk about the game.
We just don't believe you.
What's the point of Baker being here, pissing us all off?
Because
What's the point of Jay being here, arguing with you? What's the point of Flawless being here? Me and him fighting.
If we're talking about the game, and at the end of the show, you have to just go and win it to prove it. I'm like,
excuse me, I'm a world
like,
champion,
that's
mate.
standard.
Sorry, please.
That's standard. We have to win it to
Of
prove
the
it.
United
Everybody
States.
knows that. But again, the game
And
is
the rest of the world.
We're gonna have a real world champion in 5 months, friend. So we will see then.
We've got two.
Jordan world champions. Let's go.
Don't do that. Don't.
You can't compare Euros to Asian Cup finals at all. Yeah, but you didn't
it's a
get
cup
to your
final.
continental finals. And also, Jordan getting to the Asia Cup final is the equivalent of Belarus qualifying for the World Cup for the final, basically. So, City only let in 6 more goals than Arsenal. Is this true?
Yeah.
We don't talk about it. We don't hype it though.
Yes. So goals
Yeah.
against 10 for Arsenal.
We've only let in 7 more.
Exactly. So everybody's saying that the team's scoring like this.
That's why you're blaming Tosin.
So this whole thing for me, I'm just like, okay,
He's the reason why it is at 7 more.
they're not outscoring like they've scored double-digit goals ahead of the team that is right behind them. You know,
What?
and they're conceding just as much.
You didn't even argue that.
You just
I'm
got
having so much fun
you have
with
10
this
goals now.
season, honestly.
You've got plus 25 goals
A
difference,
generational rivalry.
plus 21, plus 25.
100%.
Right? That's the goal difference right now.
In 3 games' time, City going top is what Caster is saying. As a fan, Canada
I
has
rate
a
that.
lot
I rate
of
that.
in
I don't
general.
know.
Brother,
I don't
you
know,
have
man.
shown me-
Later,
you
I'm
have shown me-
sorry in advance.
You have shown me so much snow. It's not even
No,
funny.
wait,
bro.
what's going on?
In Canada?
Relax,
not
Flawless.
snow.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm sorry.
here's
I'm
no-
sorry. Yo, my
This guy's a
Spidey
fool.
said
Flawless thought it was a Saturday night in Manchester.
Yo, my spider sense kicked in our heads. No, I was
He's
like,
like,
what?
If it's
I
not
was like, all right, man, let me go
snowing,
grab my skis, man. Like, what's going on? Like, it was, sorry, my bad. I heard snow.
What's the nickname that they've given to you?
Oh, loads. Snowbunny hunter, calcium connoisseur.
I was literally about to say.
No, wait. There's
Snowbunny
one
Hunter,
that I
I've never
really
heard
like
it before.
with Malcolm
What?
X. What do they call you?
Oh, Milk Luther King.
Oh God.
Forgot about that one, yo. Milk Luther King.
I had a
Wallahi,
dream.
this is my
Ski
favorite
Slope
one.
Soldier. Yeah, there's enough, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't it Troops who gave you that nickname on a back again
Nah,
podcast?
someone in the chat came up with that.
Milk
All of them in
Luther
the chat.
King.
None of them are me.
Nickname.
The chat they always come up with bad. The chat every day, new ones, hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Lactose leader. Yeah, there's enough. Trust
Nothing
me.
wrong with a bit.
Oh,
with a bit of milk.
lactose leader is nasty work.
That's crazy.
That's cold.
My chat came up with it. Yeah. The
It
chat
is a
every day.
phenomenal nickname. Milk.
Yeah,
I like the
Luther King is
calcium kid.
elite.
Pass the ball.
I've
Nah,
never-
calcium
I've never
connoisseur,
loved
man.
the nickname
Cravendale
more.
consumer.
Calcium connoisseur, love that.
Yeah. Mancunian milkman. Yeah, the list goes on.
What? Milk connoisseur, they'll call it.
No. Cravendale. No. Calcium connoisseur. Cravendale
Calcium
consumer.
connoisseur.
Mancunian milkman. Yeah. There's notes.
Yeah.
There's notes.
Nothing wrong with a bit of milk. Nothing
Hey,
wrong with that.
definitely, man. Nothing wrong with some elite milk, man. Trust.
I definitely agree with that. I
It's
second
good
that.
to know. I
phrase.
must go.
Anyway, for me, not when it comes to weather, but I don't mind a couple of blondies. You get me? Redheads. Let's go. Anyway, back to the topic, guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Please, if I go, I can never travel to Scandinavia because that's equivalent of heaven for me.
Oh shit!
So back to the topic.
That's your Achilles heel, yeah.
He wants what he can't have. It's classic
Hell yeah.
human behavior.
What do you mean? How do you know the Swedish?
I want what
the
I
Swedish
can't
women
have.
aren't going mad for Jordan.
Are there a lot of blondes
Have you
in
seen
Jordan?
Jordan?
I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe there
There
Are
is.
there a lot of blondes in
There
Jordan?
is elite milk here. You just don't know.
Oh, is there? I need to get my ass to Jordan then. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if it's good snow, I will go, man. All right, man. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you don't even know. There's elite snow here. It actually snows in probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Man's
You
like,
know?
there's snow here. Hottest country in the world.
No, it's actually not. It's actually colder here than in some UK cities. I swear.
Okay. However you make
Yeah.
your snow is okay with me.
It's actually snowed here before too. But anyway, speaking of snow, Jay, talk to me, brother. Spurs lose to Liverpool.
Yes.
Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing.
You know, like I do want to just start with. I'm sorry
Fulham
for
is above-
Isak.
Fulham is
I
above
feel
Spurs
sorry
right
for
now.
Isak. Say again.
Fulham just went above you guys again on the table. They're leading 1-0. 7 more minutes.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, you might be like 17th again.
Okay.
Just saying.
Are you offering
He
any
interrupted
observation?
you for
Just a
that.
statement of fact, or I hear what you're saying.
How
It's-
yo, you lot are 14th and you're 4 points off us. This league is rubbed, man. Jeez.
It's a tight league. Listen, first of all, I thought Liverpool were actually one of the worst teams that have come to this stadium this year. It was probably one of the worst teams we played. And like I think Wolves were better than Liverpool, but they got the win. I see now why Newcastle fans sometimes don't think their team is dirty, because when I watched the match and when I was finishing the match, I didn't go away from the match thinking, man, Spurs were really dirty in that game. But then when I watched the highlights later, I was like, oh, we were a bit rough. Do you know what I mean? Van der Ven, right? I call him the face of the franchise. I love him. Got to be a tiny bit careful because he's injured Sesko and he's injured Isak with tackles. These last-ditch tackles.
Reputation. Talking about
It's not even a reputation. It's just the way he goes. He goes in with a lot of pace because he's so fast. He goes into the tackles with a lot of pace. He's either getting the ball or putting in a good tackle. But I can't ignore the fact that Isak and Sesko have both been injured by tackles by him in the last few weeks. So I don't think he's a dirty player or anything, but it's just something he's got to keep a bit of an eye on because he's so fast. He goes into those tackles at pace, and these players are just getting their feet tangled up with his feet, this and that. So, yeah, don't think he's dirty, but just needs to be a little bit careful because otherwise he's going to injure players and stuff. So, yeah, in terms of the actual game, I thought as well with the goal, I didn't really think it was a foul on Romero. I thought Ekitike got up early and, and he just kind of, I think Romero noticed when the ball's going above him, he's slightly out of position. He feels the feet, he feels the hands on him, then he's like,
Yes!
That's a good goal, that.
Salah
That's
just
a
scored
goal.
the winner for Egypt.
That is a
All
good goal.
that! Suck it, Katsande, and all of you in the chat as well.
Hey,
All
yo,
that.
that's crazy.
Motherfuckers.
Good goal though.
All
That's a
Salah
very
hating
very
Martin,
good
he
finish.
scores the winner. As always, carrying his country.
Like-
Mo Salah running down the way.
Yeah.
Hold it, motherfuckers, hold it on your hand top. The Egyptian king. Let's go. Goal.
man,
Hold that, Carragher. Suck it as well, you motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you, Carragher.
Fuck you, Carragher. Hold that, Katsande, you pussy. I told you Zimbabwe are just a shit Zambia. Hold that.
That's a
Go
good
ahead,
finish,
Lewis.
that. It's
Who
a
was
very
talking?
good
Go
finish.
ahead, Jay.
No, I was just saying fuck
Yeah,
Carragher.
so-
I'm good with that.
Yeah, no. So on
I
the
agree
game
with you.
itself,
Liverpool were ass, by the way, just so you know.
yeah. On the game itself, I thought it was a game between two teams. Like the ball was just getting given away over and over again in that first half. I think Liverpool took their chances. Spurs, Simmons, everything I've spoken about has just been fouls so far. Benton Core taking Kerkez out was quite funny. I don't think it was anything more than like a yellow, orange card. I've seen some people talking about like vehicular homicide and stuff. I'm like, man, it's just he just ran into can't be sending men off for running into people. like so. And then there's Xavi Simmons. What I think is crazy. That's your national team captain as well. I just like, for me, with Simmons, he's gone to leave something on him because he's having because in the game he's having a bad game. He's giving the ball away, and just before he does that foul, he does a terrible pass to no one. You can tell he's frustrated. You can tell he's annoyed, and you know when you just run into a player, like just leave a little bit on him. I think he's just gone to leave a bit on him, and he's got it completely wrong, and he's ended up, studding his calf / Achilles and whatever, and deserved red as well. So I think the ref was bad on a lot of little decisions, like little small ones. Liverpool players going down quite softly at times. I saw there was a Bradley moment when he went down in the box and he didn't get touched and stuff. But I think the ref got the main decisions kind of right. I think Romero you can't kick out. I think Simmons it's a red. I wasn't overly unhappy with the pen with the goal. Still think we should have got something out of the game, but yeah, it's a difficult game to gauge as a Spurs fan. We lost. I think we were probably slightly the better team, but it doesn't really matter because we lost. Terrible form. I think he's only like 3 wins in a long time. So yeah, I think I think the Brentford return game is quite important. I don't know how many points we're going to pick up.
Are you
at the moment.
Frank out yet? Because I don't know. Last time
I'm not Frank out yet. I think like it's a very tough league. Like the margins in the league are quite tight. But this is not what was sold to me with Thomas Frank. Do you know what I mean? Progressive, intelligent manager. All of you were saying what a good appointment he is. I think I should never listen to any of you guys.
So you blaming us for what your board did? That is crazy work.
Many fans listen to Tom on Amarim.
The honest truth is Tottenham has had some very good managers and they've not been successful there. So there's something about your club. That says something about your club. You've had some very top managers come through your club and not be successful with the team. So it says more about the club and the way it's run than the managers that you keep hiring. Because Thomas Frank is a good manager. I feel bad for him. Out of anything else, that's the person I feel bad for. Because now he has just been spurred upon or whatever it is that you guys have going on there, the voodoo that happens in that club. Because there's no way a manager like him with the caliber of players that you have should be in this position on the table by this time of the season.
Sorry, but who is Thomas Frank? But who is Thomas Frank? Like for you to be saying waxing soliloquies, I'm not even critiquing him saying he should get sacked. I'm just saying, who's Thomas Frank to you?
He's a decent manager. Again, you've had Mourinho there, not successful. You've had Nuno Espirito Santos, not successful. You've had Pochettino.
Okay. So stop on that name. Stop on that name right there. No. Just stop on that name quickly. Yeah. Why should this end? And I'm not saying it will or it won't. Why should this end any differently for Spurs than Nuno Santos spell and went at Spurs? What's the material difference between Santo and Frank?
All I'm saying is you've had some
as managers.
Again, I'm just talking on the very base level. You know your club better than I do. I'm just talking from the outside, looking on the inside. From the outside, you've had some very, very good managers who have just not been successful. Whatever that reason is, you guys figure it out inside your club and why that's happening. I'm just saying Thomas Frank is a decent manager with some decent players and should not be in this position at this stage. So you have to look deeper. Whatever it is that it is, you know better about your club. I can point out the things inside my own club and say, oh, these might be the reasons why we're not getting to this position or that is happening. But when it comes to Spurs from the outside, you've had decent managers. You've had managers that are good, that you expect that at least, should be doing better than what they're doing. Thomas Frank, when he was before he came to Tottenham, had just I'd say decently good players and played good football. And so what makes it so different at Spurs? Why is he not able to do that is my question. Like what is the thing that is happening in Spurs that is not allowing these managers flourish? When you have someone like Mourinho not be able to do anything there as well, then that, for me, that just says a lot. It says a lot about the club itself. So yeah, guys, I got to run. I got to take the kids to the dentist.
Your blessings, man. Every single time.
Big up, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, Dio.
Oh,
Every single time.
Have a great holiday.
Sorry, I was speaking on mute there. Here we
Uh,
go. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not just gonna kick you out for no reason. Anyway, big up to anything you guys want to say or listen. Liverpool are
oh yeah,
shit.
horrid game from both sides. That was a terrible watch.
Where you at?
What's the undefeated streak you got going on right now?
They're unbeaten in 6.
Hassan, where you at with what you lot can do? Like with this run coming up? Yeah, that's great. I like
Fucking
that.
hell, that's a very accurate meme.
Yeah. That's fire.
If ever a papering over cracks meme existed.
Yeah. That's fire. People
That game was the definition of papering over cracks. You didn't look good against a 10-man or a 9-man Spurs.
Can I tell you something? 11v11, Liverpool had 0 XG from open play.
Fuck. It's like that.
And
Even with Spurs, I didn't think Spurs were great either.
No, watch this. Spurs had a higher XG than us and more big chances than us.
Wait. At 11 men, they did.
Oh, whole game.
No, but at 11 men, what was
10v11, yeah, and 10v11.
Yeah, because Mwani had that header that he should score.
Yeah, Mwani had
that would have been it. Like there was nothing in that game before the red card. Spurs actually looked like they might have had a better chance of scoring down to 10 before halftime. Then, Liverpool got 2 goals, which were kind of expected because Spurs were playing passive. Liverpool were playing passive before the red. And then even after the 2 goals, you didn't really, look in that much control. Richarlison comes on with a lot of impact, gets a goal, nearly gets a second goal. You lot shit yourselves because Liverpool seem to do that whenever they concede. And then Spurs shoot themselves in the foot again with Romero getting a red. Just a horrid showing from both sides.
I think this is one of the worst games of football I've seen in my life. That game right there, horrendous.
Everton Arsenal was straight off.
Slaughter out.
At least that has some.
Yeah, I am because we can't do just results-based analysis. You got to look at the performances too. That's why. That's why when I was talking to Flawless, and he was saying how performances were bad when they won, and he said that he performed well against Villa and lost. I said, yeah, he's right. So it's not just oh my god, you got the 3 points, you're good. Oh my god, you lost, you're bad. Sometimes it's players miss chances. Sometimes it's individual errors. It's not just manager 100%. But here's the issue with this whole new Liverpool system. Yeah, you're not creating more chances than the opponent, and you're not conceding less chances than the opponent. So what's the point? You're basically relying on either a wonder goal or an opponent mistake, or a moment of brilliance. There is no sustainable triangles, creativity. Do you know what happened? So look at this. I'll never.
It's not like you guys were trying to cross your way into the net.
Let's not sleep. You know how pathetic it was? You know how many midfielders Liverpool have on the pitch? 6.
Jeez.
Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Florian Wirtz. Every single one of them is literally out there on the football pitch.
Well, you know what? This is
no creativity except through crosses.
Exactly. And then we wonder why we can't create chances. And here's the downside to it. Everyone here other than Vater has experienced a defensive manager. Bro, you can tolerate defensive managers when the opposition actually aren't creating anything. The issue is Spurs created more dangerous chances than us, even when we're defensive. What the hell is this? So they create better than us. They're more dangerous than us with 10 men. And we can't create chances either.
No, fuck that. 9 men, they looked more dangerous.
Yeah, 9 men. What the fuck?
They did.
How is Allison saving me against 10 men Spurs who we all acknowledge are ass? What is this? Like, it's actually getting to the stage where it's really bad, you guys. Performance.
Yeah, banter aside, like, I was watching that game thinking, I get why the Liverpool fans are slot out. I understand.
Thank you.
I'll run the jokes because of the pot shit and everything, but I get it. This is.
I haven't had my agents
we got
do this
Jose
yet.
sacked, and this was where I was saying the Liverpool fans should wait until, calm, whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't had my agents do this yet, but we are going to go back and look at the first 5 games of the season and see whether there's a lot of difference between now and then, because there is a portion of you, and this might be you, Hussam, who wasn't Arnie slot out after 5 games. But if the performances were the same 5 games to start the season as they are now,
no human being on earth is someone out at the top of the league. That's crazy.
Yeah, they started turning.
But again,
like
if those performances were allowing you to be top of the league, and you just had a bad run, and he gets things right, because again,
Poch out. If Poch started the
I don't want
season
to talk
after
about
and
Lewis
won
and
the first
Poch out.
5
I want to
games
talk
and
about
was top
Liverpool.
of the league, I don't expect him to go like Poch out. That's mad.
It's very rare, but it can
Right,
happen. Because I remember. Shout out to my guy Jez. I remember when Spurs were top of the league with Nunes when they first got there, and he won Manager of the Month, and he was going ballistic about it, and he was like, "We're awful," and he was top of the league at this point.
Yeah, but that was
And he
3
called
games
Spurs.
as well. Only.
Yeah, you called it out because I looked at him crazy. I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Trust me, we're awful." I didn't watch
I
Spurs at
actually
that
was
point.
in your comment section.
Mm.
so what? So if
That
this happens to be,
stream. I know the stream that
Yeah.
you're talking about as well.
Yeah, fuming.
so if
Go on,
this
go, man.
happens to be, because I saw the meme,
To be
all
fair, you
cute,
can go
it's
to the
funny.
match reactions. I wasn't when I was speaking about the performances, even when we won, like the Everton. I called that the home win against Everton the second half. You can go look at some of my titles. I didn't say anything crazy. I thought Bournemouth we played really well. Newcastle away is such a difficult stadium, and given the Isak saga, getting 3 points there was all that matters. And like we looked at Rio Gomoa as well. Burnley was fucking shit going forward. But once again, we go back to the whole defensive thing. At least we didn't concede a chance, so people didn't go mad. We had then Everton first half, we were saucing. Second half was shit. Who was the 5th game we won? Arsenal, tough game at home. You win with a Szoboszlai free kick. I thought second half we were good. That's it.
Okay, you're currently on that Homer Simpson 6-game undefeated streak. You
Yes.
have a chance to possibly be 9 games undefeated before you play Arsenal.
Yes.
If you happen to get a result versus Arsenal and you make this run to take it to 10, are you still going to be like, this manager needs to go?
Performances have to improve, Bader.
Okay, all right.
This is not sustainable. You should know this as a Manchester City fan. Pep Guardiola's logic, his ideology is, let's get
You
the
don't have to tell me about
performances
Pep.
in. Akhi, relax, I'm telling you the Pep ideology. His ideology is let's make the performances sustainable and lead to wins, and eventually the wins will come. So
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola's thinking is, let me get the performance right, even if I lose 2 to 3 games, because those performances being amazing will lead to me winning 10,
Yes.
11, 12 games in a row.
Yeah.
The problem right now is we're winning games with unconvincing performances. Inter Milan, unconvincing. The game against Leeds, we drew after being up twice. Sunderland at home, unconvincing. The game against Spurs, unconvincing.
I
You
have
can't
this-
have, as much as you would love to gaslight in this segment, you can't have less XG than 10 men Tottenham Hotspur. You just can't.
Okay, I love the
It's
XG conversation.
completely
No.
unacceptable.
I hear it. I hear the XG conversation. My only thing is when you're going to have the XG conversation and I happen to be on the panel, you're going to need to give me the minute of these XGs, because if it's
I can give you every single minute right now. No
that's
problem.
fine, because there's a point where a team goes down and need to chase a result, so they're going to be potentially getting more XG because they're trying to chase a goal, chase a result. But when it
Okay,
comes down-
can I
No,
give you the
no,
facts? Can I give you the? I'm gonna give you the facts.
I was just
So
okay, go
I'll
ahead,
give you
go
the
ahead.
XG 11v11. Okay.
All right.
So the XG for Spurs was 0.11 plus 0, so that's 0.15. That's 0.19. That's 0.21. That's 0.21 plus 0.27 is what? 0.49. So before the red card, they
Yeah.
had 0.49 XG. We had 0.12 XG.
Okay.
So 11v11, they had more XG.
Okay.
And then for us, 10v11, they also had more XG because the total XG for the game, we can just do quick math, was basically 1 point something for them, and it was 0.6 for us. So they had higher XG than us, even with 10 men.
Okay. So again, this is all within context, and I enjoy when you're doing these shows with other panelists and they don't challenge you on this. But when you're chasing a goal, there's going to be opportunities where you're going to see out a game. If Dio was here, he'd tell you sometimes you're just going to see out a game and you're going to lean on your defense, so you're not going to be creating more XG than your opponent. I did not watch your game like that.
But that was before the goal.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thing, Vader. Don't be wrong and strong. Everything I just named is literally before the goal.
Okay,
they were awful in the game. They was terrible in the game. They was awful.
We were really terrible.
I'm saying this. I'm not trying to justify this game in particular. I'm saying I'm seeing too much of this XG talk, and I'm saying moving forward, I'm going to ask for that context minute by minute because it's going to make more sense. The Liverpool
that makes sense.
The Liverpool that you're asking for, to improve. This is the conversation because you tried to tell me you know this, Vader, or you should know this because Pep tries. Yeah. Pep experiments, he tinkers, he gets things wrong when he's trying to get the performances to match what he wants. But I see too many Manchester City fans, and I'm seeing it amongst Liverpool fans, where they're killing the manager for the tinkering that he's trying to do to try and find it, right? This is the thing. If you want the manager out, you're going to criticize all of this. But if Arnie is still going to be trying to figure out how to get this thing to work because he wants to be able to defend and attack, and it's not looking great, he's probably looking to get something that is sustainable with consistent performances. Because my manager attempts to do that, and sometimes it doesn't look pretty. But later on, 4 or 5 games from now, you see what he's trying to deliver. That's why I'm asking you, if Arnie does get this to fix up, and I'm talking about performance and results, by Arsenal, you could be on a 9-game undefeated streak, and if you get a result versus a very good Arsenal, even if it happens to look ugly, I'm curious on whether someone would be like, hey, maybe we got to reassess this manager that got it wrong when he's trying to figure it out. That's all.
Okay. Appreciate the gaslighting. Thank you. Big up to Caster who says, Salah cooking Zambia. I mean, I forgot that other Z country from Africa. Sam, help me, bro. What's that country again? Zimbabwe. Hold that cat Sunday. Told you don't come for my country. And look, 3 years later, you're getting dunked on. You're going to get knocked out the group stages, Cat Sunday. I told you. People don't.
Caster, you fraud. You should have included Marmouche in that super chat, but I'll let it slide.
He's Canadian. You have to give him.
I said I'll let it slide, but he's fraudulent for not including my Egyptian Canadian Marmouche.
Why are you claiming Canadian for him? He's Egyptian, mate.
He's Egyptian Canadian. Do your Googles.
Yeah. Who does he represent?
He's representing Egypt. Are there not? Oh my gosh. Are we really doing this? He's Egyptian Canadian. I said it.
Joined late. Is Vader arguing pro slot? I'm gonna go mad. No one even joined in. That's how shameful it was.
I want you guys to get rid of Arnie Slot.
They were really terrible. Like,
no. I want you guys to get rid of Arnie Slot. I'm all for it. I don't want you guys to keep him.
Why is that?
That manager market is looking meaty still.
I want them to go get the next guy to win you a Prem. Oh, let's go.
That is actually a very fair point. I will say.
As somebody that sacks a manager after winning a trophy, grass isn't always greener.
Liverpool spend one summer like Chelsea, and they think they can sack managers like Chelsea. Let them do it.
That's why this slot narrative this season has been fucking hilarious.
It's been comedy.
It's been so great to see the shoe on the other foot.
Every time I watch Egypt, you lose, huh? I thought I'm the jinx. Motherfucker. Anyway, appreciate you all. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single link is in the description. Go give all of them a subscribe. This stream is going to redirect you over to Sheik TV. Go show Sheik some love. Go tell him who's in this chat. Love you all, and I'm back tomorrow with a Liverpool crisis meeting at 2 p.m. UK time, inshallah. Peace out.
There you go.
Crisis?
What's the crisis for?